outstanding. Girl, you knocked me out. We're gonna give it like 5 minutes. Surprise stream. Surprise. Also surprised I'm sick as hell. I'm committed. Let's see if anybody. Let's see what having emotion in these YouTube streams. If I don't, that's all right. Hey, Rick Kelly, let's go. What up? Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody coming in or going to come in or see this later today, later this weekend. And I planned on doing this a week ago. Then I turned out to get sick, so for sure. So I'm battling the cold right now. I'm struggling right now. But show must go on. I don't think my voice is there at all. Appreciate you. Shout out to Ray, shout out to Cat Sarah. What's up? What is up? Been a little minute since I went live. I told y'all I would try to go live at least each month, one time a month. So, yeah, I was going to go live last weekend, but what's going on? So today really depends on how my body feels. We are going to do the audio listening to Moonwalk. Shout out to the person that been doing I know AI is kind of taboo, but shout out to the person that been making the AI audiobook for Moonwalker, the book that Maka wrote back in '88, published in '88. So we're going to listen to chapter 5. But we're going to do that, and then if we finish, which we should finish that, and then after that, after that, I'm going to have some acapellas, if I'm feeling up to it, some acapellas to listen to. We might do some Chris Leakey, he breaks down songs. Again, it's how my body holds up, because I am pushing through right now. Again, shout out to anybody that mixed in here. It started raining. I don't think we've seen in the States on the East Coast, it rained like last week. Which I used to hate the rain as a kid. Now I love the rain as an adult. Can you stand the rain? Yeah, I know this is basically a surprise stream. I didn't give you no heads up. Again, because I wasn't sure if I was going to feel up to doing this. So that is all me. To anybody that sees this late, I apologize. So we're going to go ahead probably the next minute or so. Just go straight into the Michael Jackson audiobook. Yeah, if you're going to hear some sniffling, I'm going to hear some coughing probably. Well, it's all good. I'm a G. What's up, Debbie? What's up? What is good? All right, let's get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into Mr. Michael Joseph Jackson. Let's see. Oh, I love this song. Yo, shout out to the Philippines. Shout out to I probably got your name wrong. Marif? Yes, Marif. Shout out to the Philippines. You make it all the way out to the Philippines. Let's go. Let's see, we got great to see you live and catching up with all your lives. Yeah, there's not many of them. So it's gonna be a hard catch up to. Is the chat showing up on? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, am I still showing up on here? Because it must sound like I'm just a weirdo talking to myself. Hold on. Y'all still there? Where was that go? Ooh. Shout out to Dallas, Texas. Even though I can't stand the Dallas. I hope you're not a Cowboys fan because that makes you automatically into an op right now. Even though I'm not that worried about Cowboys. Shout out to Montreal. So we got Dallas in the building, Philippines in the building, Montreal in the building. Let's go. Shout out to good. So you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan. Good. All right, we'll get started. I can't see myself right now. Oh, here we go. All right, we good. Oh, let me try something real quick. Okay, cool. So just for some reason I can't see it. All right, never mind. Little tech death. No biggie. Nope, I did not start. Shout out to Michelle. I did not start. We're about to start in like the next couple of minutes. Listen to chapter, I want to say 5 of Michael Jackson's Moonwalk. Shout out again to the channel that basically helped create that. Oh, shout out to what's this? I'm drawing a blank. What song is this, guys? I think it's Someone in the Dark. I think it's just a remix. Someone in the Dark. Something like that. Man. My voice is depleted. I can't sing at all. I think it's Someone in the Dark. Which much I respect E.T. I would have loved Someone in the Dark in Scared of the Moon on Thriller. Anywho, I know I have yet. I'm only been caught up on Moonwalker based on the audio file. I haven't watched the whole thing. Let's get straight to it. Let's get to it. Shooty-dee-dee-dee. Girl, you knock me out. I could do the best impression I could do right now, like a little like a Janet Jackson voice right now. I could do a little soft, little soft Janet Jackson voice. Sweetie, girl, you knock me out. Do. The audio is muffled for you. Hold on. Audio is muffled for you. How do I say goodbye to what we had? Comment, is it audio? Is the audio so messed up? Can you hear me? Hold on, let me see. Sounds fine. At least to me. Audio still good for y'all? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We are live, baby, live. Better now. All right, it's good. All right, bet. All right, let's get to it. Let me stop talking. Let me stop yapping so y'all can listen to what we here for. Let's go. All right. Coming to the stage. Let's see which one should I do? Let's do this. Let's do this because there's no real visual, just audio, so no need for me to be in the background. All right, let's go. And are you ready? Set, let's go. Again, shout out to T-Bone Books helping create the audio for this Michael Jackson book, Moonwalker, The Moonwalk. Chapter 5, let's get started.
Chapter 5, The Moonwalk. Off the Wall was released in August 1979, the same month I turned 21 and took control of my own affairs, and it was definitely one of the major landmarks of my life. It meant a great deal to me because its eventual success proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that a former child star could mature into a recording artist with contemporary appeal. Off the Wall also went a step beyond the dance grooves we had cooked up. When we started the project, Quincy and I talked about how important it was to capture passion and strong feelings in a recorded performance. I still think that's what we achieved on the ballad She's Out of My Life, and to a lesser extent on Rock With You. Looking back, I can view the whole tapestry and see how Off the Wall prepared me for the work we would do on the album that became Thriller.
Yeah.
Quincy, Rod Temperton, and many of the musicians who played on Off the Wall would help me realize a dream that I had had for a long time. Off the Wall had sold almost 6 million copies in this country, but I wanted to make an album that would be even bigger. Ever since I was a little boy, I had dreamed of creating the biggest selling record of all time. I remember going swimming as a child and making a wish before I jumped into the pool. Remember, I grew up knowing the industry, understanding goals, and being told what was and was not possible. I wanted to do something special. I'd stretch my arms out as if I were sending my thoughts right up into space. I'd make my wish, then I'd dive into the water. I'd say to myself, this is my dream, this is my wish, every time before I dive into the water.
It's so funny because as soon as you said I visualized being in the water, I thought of the Michael movie to where he's in the pool and he's like, I'm just trying to receive whatever songs God's going to give me because I'm afraid he's going to give him the Prince. That is freaking hilarious. But you know how crazy it is to have the dream, to have the biggest selling album of all time, and he actually did it. Like he actually did it. Like that is to this day, like bro, that is that that he's the greatest of all time, man. Like to actually, you know how many artists there are, how many all time great artists there are, and he actually was at 20, like 24. He was able to have the biggest selling album of all time at 24, 25. Like what? Amazing.
I believe in wishes and in a person's ability to make a wish come true. I really do. Whenever I saw a sunset,
Yeah.
I would quietly make my secret wish right before the sun tucked under the western horizon and disappeared. It would seem as if the sun had taken my wish with it. I'd make it right before that last speck of light vanished. And a wish is more than a wish. It's a goal. It's something your conscious and subconscious can help make reality. I remember being in the studio once with Quincy and Rod Temperton while we were working on Thriller. I was playing a pinball machine, and one of them asked me, if this album doesn't do as well as Off the Wall, will you be disappointed?
Mm.
I remember feeling hurt that the question was even raised. I told them Thriller had to do better than Off the Wall. I admitted that I wanted this album to be the biggest selling album of all time. They started laughing. It was a seemingly unrealistic thing to want. There were times during the Thriller project when I would get emotional or upset because I couldn't get the people working with me to see what I saw. That still happens to me sometimes. Often people just don't see what I see. They have too much doubt. You can't do your best when you're doubting yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Just doing
Mm.
as well as you did last time is not good enough. I think of it as the try to get what you can mentality. It doesn't require you to stretch, to grow. I don't believe in that. I believe we are powerful, but we don't use our minds to full capacity.
Ooh. Yo, Michael is cooking right now. That boy cooking up right now. But yeah, I do find it to be like I know currently today, like I think Drake, beat Michael's record of like consistent #1 records or whatever. But it's just like, bro, that is nowhere near the same as physically people going to the store and buying your record. That means that 30 million, I don't even know how many it was, at least 30 million people went to the record store to buy your album across the world. In that quote of people don't use their full brain capacity, like dog. Like, yo, that's some no, he's talking some genius level stuff right now, bro. Like what?
Your mind is powerful enough to help you attain whatever you want. I knew what we could do with that record. We had a great team there, a lot of talent and good ideas, and I knew we could do anything. The success of Thriller transformed many of my dreams into reality. It did become the biggest selling album of all time, and that fact appeared on the cover of the Guinness Book of World Records. Making the Thriller album was very hard work, but it's true that you only get out of something what you put into it. I'm a perfectionist. I'll work until I drop. And I worked so hard on that album. It helped that Quincy showed great confidence in what we were doing during those sessions. I guess I had proved myself to him during our work on Off the Wall. He listened to what I had to say and helped me accomplish what I had hoped to on that album. But he showed even more faith in me during the making of Thriller. He realized I had the confidence and experience I needed to make that record, and at times he wasn't in the studio with us for that reason. I'm really very self-confident when it comes to my work. When I take on a project, I believe in it 100%. I really put my soul into it. I die for it. That's how I am. Quincy is brilliant at balancing out an album.
That's interesting. So really what Michael is saying is Quincy wasn't as hands-on as he was for Off the Wall. He allowed Michael to really create his vision, right? And that's what great producers do. They're great producers. Producers are hands on, but also you have to allow the artist to get out his vision or his thoughts or his ideas or the music that he's trying that he's seeing or hearing. So that really is like, well, I'll never take away credit from Quincy, but hearing this even makes me appreciate Malcolm more because he really, what it tells me is he really is the one that curated this album of Thriller. Like, that's crazy to me.
Creating the right mix of up-tempo numbers and slow ones. We started out working with Rod Temperton on songs for the Thriller album, which was originally called Starlight. I was writing songs myself while Quincy was listening to other people's songs, hoping to find just the right ones for the album. He's good at knowing what I'll like and what will work for me. We both share the same philosophy about making albums. We don't believe in B-sides or album songs. Every song should be able to stand on its own as a single, and we always push for this.
Yes.
I had finished some songs of my own, but I didn't give them to Quincy until I saw what had come in from other writers. The first song I had was Startin' Something, which I had written when we were doing Off the Wall, but had never given to Quincy for that album. Sometimes I have a song I've written that I really like and I just can't bring myself to present it. While we were making Thriller, I even held on to Beat It for a long time before I played it for Quincy. He kept telling me that we needed a great rock song for the album. He'd say, "Come on, where is it? I know you got it." I like my songs, but initially I'm shy about playing them for people because I'm afraid they won't like them, and that's a painful experience. He finally convinced me to let him hear what I had. I brought out Beat It and played it for him, and he went crazy. I felt on top of the world. When we were about to start work on Thriller, I called Paul McCartney in London, and this time I did say,
Again, that's so crazy to me to hear Michael say Quincy is going to me and telling me, hey, where's that rock song? Usually it's vice versa to where it's the artist asking the producer to give them a song. Here, Quincy's like, hey, give me what you got going on right now. That is crazy to me. Like the producer is asking the artist for the songs. Like, I'm completely floored right now. That is wild to me. And the fact that Michael, through all the success he's had throughout his career, still felt intimidated, still felt insecure. That is interesting to me. I just can't get over like Quincy's asking him for the songs, but usually it's vice versa with the producer.
Let's get together and write some hits. Our collaboration produced Say, Say, Say and The Girl Is Mine. Quincy and I eventually chose The Girl Is Mine as the obvious first single from Thriller. We really didn't have much choice. When you have two strong names like that together on a song, it has to come out first or it gets played to death and overexposed. We had to get it out of the way. When I approached Paul, I wanted to repay the favor he had done me in contributing Girlfriend to Off the Wall. I wrote The Girl Is Mine, which I knew would be right for his voice and mine working together, and we also did work on Say, 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 which we would finish up later with George Martin, the great Beatles producer. Well, Say, Say, Say was co-authored by Paul, a man who could play all the instruments in the studio and score every part, and a kid, me, who couldn't. Yet we worked together as equals and enjoyed ourselves. Paul never had to carry me in that studio. The collaboration was also a real step forward for me in terms of confidence because there was no Quincy Jones watching over me to correct my mistakes. Paul and I shared the
Or
same
Barry
idea
Gordy.
of how a pop song should work, and it was a real treat to work with him. I feel that ever since John Lennon's death, he has had to live up to expectations. People had no right to hang on him. Paul McCartney has given so much to this industry and to his fans. Eventually, I would buy the ATV Music Publishing catalog, which
We're gonna talk about it. All right. Yeah, I do find it interesting how within the past year I've seen a lot of hate towards Girl Is Mine, which I never understood because at at worst it's still a great R&B type record. So I don't understand the hate towards the song that it seems like it came out of nowhere over the past year, or at least online I see a lot of hate for it. Um but my homie Layla, I think said this before, that I do feel like Your Girl Is Mine would have been better for Paul, and Say 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 would have been better for Michael. I do think that, but it's still a great record though. Yeah, like I don't understand like why people think it's a mid song. Like listen to the vocals and listen to the vocals of that. How is it a mid song? I, I, I do think like Michael's solo, like if you listen to the solo version of it, I do think it's a better version, but it's because it's Michael. It is fully fleshed out Michael. So maybe that's where maybe people just are not feeling Paul, which I guess I might understand, but I thought Paul did a really good job too. But yeah, the solo version of Girl Is Mine, I do think is better. So maybe that's also where some of the hate might be coming from. Well, we're going to talk about the publisher now. Let me shut up.
included many of the great Lennon-McCartney songs, but most people don't know the stakes. Paul and I shared the same idea of how a pop song should work, and it was a real treat to work with him. I feel that ever since John Lennon's death, he has had to live up to expectations. People had no right to hang on him. Paul McCartney has given so much to this industry and to his fans. Eventually, I would buy the ATV Music Publishing catalog, which included many of the great Lennon-McCartney songs. But most people don't know that it was Paul who introduced me to the idea of getting involved in music publishing. I was staying with Paul and Linda at their house in the country when Paul told me about his own involvement in music publishing. He handed me a little book with MPL printed on the cover. He smiled as I opened it because he knew I was going to find the contents exciting. It contained a list of all the songs Paul owns, and he'd been buying the rights to songs for a long time. I had never given the idea of buying songs any thought before. When the ATV Music Publishing catalog, which
What's up?
contains
What's up?
many Lennon-McCartney songs, went on sale, I decided to put in a bid. I consider myself a musician who is incidentally a businessman, and Paul and I had both learned the hard way about business. and the importance of publishing and royalties and the dignity of songwriting. Songwriting should be treated as the lifeblood of popular music. The creative process doesn't involve time clocks or quota systems. It involves inspiration and the willingness to follow through. When I was sued by someone I had never heard of for The Girl Is Mine, I was quite willing to stand on my reputation. I stated that many of my ideas come in dreams, which some people thought was a convenient cop-out, but it's true. Our industry is so lawyer-heavy that getting sued for something you didn't do seems to be as much a part of the initiation process as winning amateur night used to be. Not My Lover was a title we almost used for Billie Jean because Q had some objections to calling the song Billie Jean, my original title. He felt people might immediately think of Billie Jean King, the tennis player. A lot of people have asked me about that song, and the answer is very simple. It's just a case of a girl who says that I'm the father of her child and I'm pleading my innocence because the kid is not my son. There was never a real Billie Jean, except for the ones who came after the song. The girl in the song is a composite of people we've been plagued by over the years. This kind of thing has happened to some of my brothers, and I used to be really amazed by it. I couldn't understand how these girls could say they were carrying someone's child when it wasn't true. I can't imagine lying about something like that. Even today, there are girls who come to the gate at our house and say the strangest things like, "Oh, I'm Michael's wife," or "I'm just dropping off the keys to our apartment." I remember one girl who used to drive us completely crazy. I really think that she believed in her mind that she belonged with me. There was another girl who claimed I had gone to bed with her and she made threats. There have been a couple of serious scuffles at the gate on Havenhurst and they can get dangerous. People yell into the intercom that Jesus sent them to speak with me and God told them to come unusual and unsettling things. A musician knows hit material. It has to feel right. Everything has to feel in place. It fulfills you and it makes you feel good. You know it when you hear it. That's how I felt about Billie Jean.
That was an intriguing transition. Yeah, there's girls at the gate that damn near telling me that they're my baby mama. But yeah, a hit song. It's like what? But yeah, that's wild. Like crazy people in the world. I'll tell you.
Could say they were carrying someone's child when it wasn't true. I can't imagine lying about something like that. Even today, there are girls who come to the gate at our house and say the strangest things like, "Oh, I'm Michael's wife," or "I'm just dropping off the keys to our apartment." I remember one girl who used to drive us completely crazy. I really think that she believed in her mind that she
She's got
belonged with
that
me.
look.
There was
She's
another girl
driving
who
me
claimed I had gone to bed with
wild.
her and she made threats. There have been a couple of serious scuffles at the gate on Havenhurst and they can get dangerous. People yell into the intercom that Jesus sent them to speak with me and God told them to come unusual and unsettling things. A musician knows hit material. It has to feel right. Everything has to feel in place. It fulfills you and it makes you feel good. You know it when you hear it. That's how I felt about Billie Jean. I knew it was going to be big while I was writing it. I was really absorbed in that song. One day during a break in a recording session, I was riding down the Ventura Freeway with Nelson Hayes, who was working with me at the time. Billie Jean was going around in my head, and that's all I was thinking about. We were getting off the freeway when a kid on a motorcycle pulls up to us and says, "Your car's on fire." Suddenly, we noticed the smoke and pulled over, and the whole bottom of the Rolls Royce was on fire. That kid probably saved our lives. If the car had exploded, we could have been killed. But I was
Wow.
so absorbed by this tune floating in my head that I didn't even focus on the awful possibilities until later. Even
Wow. I think I heard that story before. I forget where. But wow. Just wow. A kid pulled up on Michael Jackson, said, "Hey," they probably even know it was Michael Jackson, just say, "Hey, your car's on fire, bruh." He like, "Oh," like that, like, bruh, that's crazy. He was so consumed by listening to Billie Jean, like he wasn't even paying attention. Like that man, that would have been a man. Wow, wow. What's your thoughts on? I don't know a lot about the Casio family drama. Like I need to read up on that. Like I've been asked about that before. I need to actually do my research on that, but I have no thoughts right now because I don't really know. Wow, that's crazy though.
even while we were getting help and finding an alternate way to get where we were going, I was silently composing additional material. That's how involved I was with Billie Jean. Before I wrote Beat It, I had been thinking I wanted to write the type of rock song that I would go out and buy, but also something totally different from the rock music I was hearing on Top 40 radio at the time. Beat It was written with school kids in mind. I've always loved creating pieces that will appeal to kids. It's fun to write for them and know what they like because they're a very demanding audience. You can't fool them. They are still the audience that's most important to me because I really care about them. If they like it, it's a hit, no matter what the charts say. The lyrics of Beat It express something I would do if I were in trouble. Its message that we should abhor violence is something I believe deeply. It tells kids to be smart and avoid trouble. I don't mean to say you should turn the other cheek while someone kicks in your teeth, but unless your back is against the wall and you have absolutely no choice, just get away before violence breaks out. If you fight and get killed, you've gained nothing and lost everything. You're the loser, and so are the people who love you. That's what Beat It is supposed to get across. To me, true bravery is settling differences without a fight and having the wisdom to make that solution possible. When Q called Eddie
Ah,
Van Halen, he thought it was a crank call. Because of the bad connection, Eddie was convinced that the voice on the other end was a fake. After being told to get lost, Q simply dialed the number again. Eddie agreed to play the session for us and gave us an incredible guitar solo on Beat It.
yup,
The
yup.
newest members of our team were the band Toto, who had the hit records Rosanna and Africa. They had been well known as individual session musicians before they came together as a group. Because of their experience, they knew both sides of studio work, when to be independent and when to be cooperative and follow the producer's lead. Steve Porcaro had worked on Off the Wall during a break as keyboardist for Toto. This time he brought his bandmates with him. Musicologists know that the band's leader, David Paich, is the son of Marty Paich, who worked on Ray Charles's great records like I Can't Stop Loving You. I Love Pretty Young Thing, which was written by Quincy and James Ingram.
Shout out to James
Don't
Ingram.
Stop Till You Get Enough had whetted my appetite for the spoken intro, partly because I didn't think my speaking voice was something my singing needed to hide. I have always had a soft speaking voice. I haven't cultivated it or chemically altered it. That's me. Take it or leave it. Imagine what it must be like to be criticized for something about yourself that is natural and God-given. Imagine the hurt of having untruths spread by the press, of having people wonder if you're telling the truth defending yourself because someone decided it would make good copy and would force you to deny what they said, thus creating another story. I've tried not to answer such ridiculous charges in the past because that dignifies them and the people who make them. Remember, the press is a business. Newspapers and magazines are in business to make money, sometimes at the expense of accuracy, fairness, and even the truth. Anyway,
But it's so funny because I think for most people, they love Michael's voice. So, the media's on the media. They're going to find something to be mad at you or poke fun at you. That's just the way it is. No different from society as a whole. But I do find it interesting that he might have. I love the fact that he is like, I'm not going to hide my voice. Like, my singing voice and my regular voice, like, it don't matter. Like, this is me. And again, like, as insecure as Michael was, it's something about when he's doing music or something that he finds his confidence. It's like, I'm gonna just do me, which I love because there are people that are so insecure that they don't reach certain levels of they don't reach certain goals because they're so worried about what other people think. And it really is interesting that even Michael, who was insecure, was able to overcome that to achieve what he wanted to achieve. So that's a good lesson. Yes, I was just listening to Sunset Driver this past week. I want that on Thriller so bad. Yeah, his speaking voice is great. It's soothing. Like he had a great soothing speaking voice. If you listen to E.T. audiobook, like I love that freaking audiobook because his voice is so it's like smooth jazz.
in the intro to Pretty Young Thing, I sounded a bit more confident than I had on the last album. I liked the code in the lyrics. and tenderoni and sugarfly were fun rock and roll type words that you couldn't find in the dictionary. I got Janet and Latoya into the studio for this one, and they produced the real backup vocals. James Ingram and I programmed an electronic device called a vocoder, which gave out that ET voice. Human Nature was the song the Toto guys brought to Q, and he and I both agreed that the song had the prettiest melody we'd heard in a long time, even more than Africa. It's music with wings. People ask me about the lyrics. Why does he do me that way? I like loving this way. People often think the lyrics you're singing have some special personal significance for you, which often isn't true. It is important to reach people, to move them. Sometimes one can do this with the mosaic of the music melody arrangement and lyrics. Sometimes it is the intellectual content of the lyrics. I was asked a lot of questions about Muscles, the song I wrote and produced for Diana Ross. That song fulfilled a lifelong dream of returning some of the many favors she's done for me. I have always loved Diana and looked up to her. Muscles, by the way, is the name of my snake. The Lady in My Life was one of the most difficult tracks to cut. We were used to doing a lot of takes in order to get a vocal as nearly perfect as possible, but Quincy wasn't satisfied with my work on that song, even after literally dozens of takes. Finally, he took me aside late one session and told me he wanted me to beg. That's what he said. He wanted me to go back to the studio and literally beg for it. So I went back in and had them turn off the studio lights and close the curtain between the studio and the control room so I wouldn't feel self-conscious. Q started the tape and I begged. The result is what you hear in the grooves. Eventually, we came under tremendous pressure.
Again, that's what a great producer does. They try to get the best out of you. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if you heard that or not. But anyway, yeah, a producer tries to get the best out of you, and I think it's a great call by Q to be like, I need you begging on this song. I need you to go old school R&B. Please, it reminds me of the Cosby Show of Theo and Cliff talk about Justine. I need you begging, like I need you on your knees, be like, please, baby. Like that was a great call. Great call by Q, bro. Yes, Human Nature, bro. That melody, he nailed it on the head. That's a song with wings, bro. Like, bro, Human Nature is my favorite. I didn't know it was done by Toto, like co-written by Toto. That's crazy. Yo, I'm learning some stuff on this, John.
From our record company to finish Thriller. When a record company rushes you, they really rush you, and they were rushing us hard on Thriller. They said it had to be ready on a certain date, do or die. So we went through a period where we were breaking our backs to get the album done by their deadline. There were a lot of compromises made on the mixes of various tracks and on whether certain tracks were even going to be on the record. We cut so many corners that we almost lost the whole album.
Oh.
When we finally listened to the tracks we were going to hand in, Thriller sounded so crappy to me that tears came to my eyes. We had been under enormous pressure because while we were trying to finish Thriller, we also had been working on the E.T. storybook, and there had been deadline pressure on that as well. All these people were fighting back and forth with each other, and we came to realize that the sad truth was that the mixes of Thriller didn't work. We sat there in the studio, Westlake Studio in Hollywood, and listened to the whole album. I felt devastated. All this pent-up emotion came out. I got angry and left the room. I told my people, that's it. We're not releasing it. Call CBS and tell them they are not getting this album. We are not releasing it. Because I knew it was wrong. If we hadn't stopped the process and examined what we were doing, the record would have been terrible. It never would have been reviewed the way it was because, as we learned, you can ruin a great album in the mix. It's like taking a great movie and ruining it in the editing. You simply have to take your time. Some things can't be rushed. There was a bit of yelling and screaming from the record people, but in the end, they were smart and understood. They knew too. It was just that I was the first to say it. Finally, I realized I had to do the whole thing mix, the entire album, all over again.
Real quick, it was an intriguing question of who's your favorite Jackson 5 member. And of course, everybody gonna be like Michael. So outside of Michael, in the chat, I said Marlon. I feel like Marlon was kind of like the heart and soul of the Jackson Five. He was the energy. Like if you watch those performances of the Jackson Five, Marlon, in my opinion, was like the energy of the group behind Michael. So that's why Marlon, I feel like, is very underrated. Also, next to Marlon, and we just went to Jackson's, I would also say Randy, because he also was, I think, underappreciated for his talents, his writing, and his production of what he did in the later years. But yeah, outside of Michael, definitely I would say Marlon. And it's also funny that I think they said that in the documentary, the Thriller documentary, of how he was so upset that Thriller just was not sounding how he wanted it to. Meanwhile, knowing Michael, it probably sounded great, but Michael is such a perfectionist that he needed it to sound exactly how he had it in his head. But that's so interesting to me that I think they said like it was going to be a point to where we wasn't going to get no Thriller. It's like I needed that sound a certain way. Oh man.
We took a couple of days off, drew a Lake studio in Hollywood, and listened to the whole album. I felt devastated. All this pent-up emotion came out. I got angry and left the room. I told my people, that's it. We're not releasing it. Call CBS and tell them they are not getting this album. We are not releasing it. Because I knew it was wrong. If we hadn't stopped the process and examined what we were doing, the record would have been terrible. It never would have been reviewed the way it was because, as we learned, you can ruin a great album in the mix. It's like taking a great movie and ruining it in the editing. You simply have to take your time. Some things can't be rushed. There was a bit of yelling and screaming from the record people, but in the end, they were smart and understood. They knew too. It was just that I was the first to say it. Finally, I realized I had to do the whole thing mix, the entire album, all over again. We took a couple of days off, drew a deep breath, and stepped back. Then we came to it fresh, cleaned our ears out, and began to mix 2 songs a week. When it was done, boom, it hit us hard. CBS could hear the difference, too. Thriller was a tough project. It felt so good when we finished. I was so excited I couldn't wait for it to come out. When we finished, there wasn't any kind of celebration that I can recall. We didn't go out to a disco or anything. We just rested. I prefer just being with people I really like anyway. That's my way of celebrating. The 3 videos that came out of Thriller.
God, I wish I could hear the pre-mixed Thriller. Again, I put money on it. It was great listening. It just wasn't fine-tuned. But I wish I could hear the Thriller album that wasn't re-engineered or remixed, mastered or whatever. I really wish I could hear that version.
Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller were all part of my original concept for the album. I was determined to present this music as visually as possible. At the time, I would look at what people were doing with video, and I couldn't understand why so much of it seemed so primitive and weak. I saw kids watching and accepting boring videos because they had no alternatives. My goal is to do the best I can in every area, so why work hard on an album and then produce a terrible video? I wanted something that would glue you to the set, something you'd want to watch over and over. The idea from the beginning was to give people quality. So I wanted to be a pioneer in this relatively new medium and make the best short music movies we could make. I don't even like to call them videos. On the set, I explained that we were doing a film, and that was how I approached it. I wanted the most talented people in the business, the best cinematographer, the best director, the best lighting people we could get. We weren't shooting on videotape. It was 35mm film. We were serious. It felt so good when we finished. I was so excited I couldn't wait for it to come out. When we finished, there wasn't any kind of celebration that I can recall. We didn't go out to a disco or anything. We just rested. I prefer just being with people I really like anyway. That's my way of celebrating.
Yeah, hold on real quick. What's your favorite unreleased song? Mine is Someone Put Your Hand Out. Mine is definitely Someone Put Your Hand Out. I still to this day can't figure out why that wasn't on Dangerous. Like I could not figure. I don't know how you hear that and don't put that on there. You put She's Driving Me Wild on there, which I know some people really like that song. Yeah. Like you put She's Driving Me Wild, you could have put Someone Put Your Hand Out on Dangerous. But yeah, I really feel a way about that. But Michael's such a It's like he almost looked at the industry completely differently from everyone in terms of his music, in terms of his sound, in terms of short films. Like he looked at the industry completely different from everyone else, man. It's crazy.
The 3 videos that came out of Thriller, Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller, were all part of my original concept for the album. I was determined to present this music as visually as possible. At the time, I would look at what people were doing with video, and I couldn't understand why so much of it seemed so primitive and weak. I saw kids watching and accepting boring videos because they had no alternatives. My goal is to do the best I can in every area, so why work hard on an album and then produce a terrible video? I wanted something that would glue you to the set, something you'd want to watch over and over. The idea from the beginning was to give people quality. So I wanted to be a pioneer in this relatively new medium and make the best short music movies we could make. I don't even like to call them videos. On the set, I explained that we were doing a film, and that was how I approached it. I wanted the most talented people in the business, the best cinematographer, the best director, the best lighting people we could get. We weren't shooting on videotape, it was 35mm film. We were serious. For the first video, Billie Jean, I interviewed several directors looking for someone who seemed really unique. Most of them didn't present me with anything that was truly innovative. At the same time, I was trying to think bigger. The record company was giving me a problem on the budget, so I ended up paying for Beat It and Thriller because I didn't want to argue with anybody about money. I owned both of those films myself. As a result, Billie Jean was done with CBS's money, about $250,000. At the time, that was a lot of money for a video,
Yes,
but it
that's a lot of
really pleased me that they believed in me that much. Steve Barron, who directed
250 for a music video? Yeah, they really believed in you, bro. Even at Michael at this time, that's still a lot of money for a music video. Holy.
Billie Jean, had very imaginative ideas, although he didn't agree at first that there should be dancing in it. I felt that people wanted to see dancing. It was great to dance for the video. That freeze frame where I go on my toes was spontaneous. So were many of the other moves. Billie Jean's video made a big impression on the MTV audience and was a huge hit. Beat It was directed by Bob Giraldi, who had done a lot of commercials. I remember being in England when it was decided that Beat It would be the next single released from Thriller, and we had to choose a director for the video. I felt Beat It should be interpreted literally the way it was written, one gang against another on tough urban streets. It had to be rough. That's what Beat It was about. When I got back to LA, I saw Bob Giraldi's demo reel and knew that he was the director I wanted for Beat It. I loved the way he told a story in his work, so I talked with him about Beat It. We went over things, my ideas and his ideas, and that's how it was created. We played with the storyboard and molded it and sculpted it. I had street gangs on my mind when I wrote Beat It, so we rounded up some of the toughest gangs in Los Angeles and put them to work on the video. It turned out to be a good idea and a great experience for me. We had some rough kids on that set, tough kids, and they hadn't been to wardrobe. Those guys in the pool room in the first scene were serious. They were not actors. That stuff was real. No.
To this day, I know Michael did a lot in his career, having real gangsters in a music video. I still to this day can't fathom him doing that. Like real life gangsters in a music video. Bloods and people that really have real life issues, bro. Like I can't to this day get. I think that might be the most underrated thing Michael has done in his whole entire career. Do you understand how deep that, how 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 crazy that is? Like people were dying in the streets, like literally dying in the streets, and he was able to found a way to round up these kids or these men to have enough restraint to perform in that music video. Like that's crazy.
I hadn't been around really tough people all that much, and these guys were more
It's not
than
a
a little
joke.
intimidating at first. But we had security around and were ready for anything that might happen. Of course, we soon realized we didn't need any of this, that the gang members were mostly humble, sweet, and kind in their dealings with us. We fed them during breaks, and they all cleaned up and put their trays away. I came to realize that the whole thing about being bad and tough is that it's done for recognition. All along, these guys had wanted to be seen and respected, and now we were going to put them on TV. They loved it. Hey,
Message. Message. Yeah.
look at me, I'm somebody. And I think that's really why many of the gangs act the way they do. They're rebels, but rebels who want attention and respect. Like all of us, they just want to be seen, and I gave them that chance. For a few days at least, they were stars. They were so wonderful to me, polite, quiet, supportive. After the dance numbers, they'd compliment my work, and I could tell they really meant it. They wanted a lot of autographs and frequently stood around my trailer. Whatever they wanted, I gave them photographs, autographs, tickets for the victory tour, anything. They were a nice bunch of guys. The truth.
Again, Michael, he didn't look down on anyone. He didn't look down on humans. He didn't look down on animals. He respected everything. He respected the same way he never takes credit really for his music. He always says, "Oh God," or the sources help create it. I don't create this. Like, he is so humble. It's like, bro, I'm still like, it still takes me like restraint not to cuss out everyone, all the media and everyone that talked down on him, because he really respected everyone, man. Like, I know people feel like it's blasphemous, and I don't mean to put him on his pedestal, but I truly feel it's going to be very controversial. I might have said it one time. He is the closest I think we'll ever truly get. If you believe in Jesus, if you believe in that, that is the closest I think we'll ever get to really seeing that in Michael Joseph Jackson. Again, I'm not calling him Jesus. I'm not calling him the Savior or the Messiah, but he's the closest I think we'll ever truly get to that, if you believe in that. Because hot damn.
Truth of that experience came out on the screen. The Beat It video was menacing, and you could feel those people's emotions. You felt the experience of the streets and the reality of their lives. You look at Beat It and know those kids are tough. They were being themselves, and it came across. It was nothing like actors acting. It was as far from that as possible. They were being themselves. That feeling you got was their spirit. I've always wondered if they got the same message from the song that I did. When Thriller first came out, the record company assumed it would sell a couple of million copies. In general, record companies never believe a new album will do considerably better than the last one you did. They figure you either got lucky last time or the number you last sold is the size of your audience. They usually just ship a couple of million out to the stores to cover the sales in case you get lucky again. That's how it usually works, but I wanted to alter their attitude with Thriller. One of the people who helped me with Thriller was Frank DeLeo. Frank was vice president for promotion at Epic when I met him. Along with Ron Weisner and Fred DeMann, Frank was responsible for turning my dream for Thriller into a reality. Frank heard parts of Thriller for the first time at Westlake Studio in Hollywood, where much of the album was recorded. He was there with Freddie DeMann, one of my managers, and Quincy and I played them Beat It and a little bit of Thriller, which we were still working on. They were very impressed, and we started to talk seriously about how to break this album wide open. Frank really worked hard and proved to be my right hand during the years ahead. His brilliant understanding of the recording industry proved invaluable. For instance, we released Beat It as a single while Billie Jean was still at #1. CBS screamed, "You're crazy. This will kill Billie Jean." But Frank told them not to worry, that both songs would be #1 and both would be in the top 10 at the same time. Wow. They were.
That's crazy.
By the spring of 1983, it was clear that the album was going to go crazy. Over the top. Every time they released another single, sales of the album would go even higher.
I'm not going to lie. As a kid, I never truly understood the appeal of Billie Jean. Like, I felt like it was a solid record. But I'm still kind of surprised how well Billie Jean does, because the lyrics of it is great storytelling, and the whole Billie Jean is not my lover is cool. But I'm like, that really became #1? And I do think a lot of it has to do with the instrumental of it, but part of me still is like, I'm shocked that Billie Jean is as big as it became. It's almost like this myth Like, and part of me is still trying to figure out how that's possible. Like, I like Billie Jean, but it's just like I'm just still kind of surprised how, like, a lot of people, that's like his biggest record, which I'm like, huh. It's just kind of, that's still interesting to me. But to have Billie Jean and Beat It in the top 10 at the same time, going number one, man.
Then the Beat It video took off. On May 16, 1983, I performed Billie Jean on a network telecast in honor of Motown's 25th anniversary. Almost 50 million people saw that show. After that, many things changed.
Yeah, it
The
did.
Motown 25 show had actually been taped a month earlier in April. The whole title was Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, and Forever, and I'm forced to admit I had to be talked into doing it. I'm glad I did because the show eventually produced some of the happiest and proudest moments of my life. As I mentioned earlier, I said no to the idea at first. I had been asked to appear as a member of the Jacksons and then do a dance number on my own. But none of us were Motown artists any longer. There were lengthy debates between me and my managers, Wisner and DeMann. I thought about how much Berry Gordy had done for me in the group, but I told my managers in Motown that I didn't want to go on TV. My whole attitude toward TV is fairly negative. Eventually, Barry came to see me to discuss it. I was editing Beat It at the Motown studio, and someone must have told him I was in the building. He came down to the studio and talked to me about it at length. I said, okay, but if I do it, I want to do Billie Jean. It would have been the only non-Motown song in the whole show. He told me that's what he wanted me to do anyway, so we agreed to do a Jackson's medley, which would include Jermaine. We were all thrilled. So I gathered my brothers and rehearsed them for this show. I really worked them, and it felt nice, a bit like the old days of the Jackson 5. I choreographed them and rehearsed them for days at our house in Encino, videotaping every rehearsal so we could watch it later. Jermaine and Marlon also made their contributions. Next, we went to Motown in Pasadena for rehearsals. We did our act.
That's a good question. One of his hate negativity towards TV came from the hate for the variety show. Because again, for those that don't know, Michael has been outspoken about not liking how the variety show went down. As someone who watched the variety show, I can see why Michael did not care for it, because a lot of how it was set up, a lot of it was repetitive. A lot of the jokes were repetitive, and it just seems like it wasn't put together all that well. But I also was thinking, I think Michael was also afraid of overexposure around this time. I think he was a little afraid that people would get tired of him. So that's also why he probably didn't want to go on there. But it is kind of crazy to think that even though he wasn't a Motown, I mean, a lot of them probably weren't a Motown artist by this time. Like, it really is admirable that Epic allowed him to do Motown 25. And it's also funny to hear Michael now play kind of like the Joe Jackson role, the Suzanne DePassy role of basically bringing his brothers together and taking control of the performance. That's really dope. I wish we could have had those rehearsals. Yes, the variety show did look forced. It did for sure.
And even though we reserved our energy and never went all out at rehearsal, all the people there were clapping and coming around and watching us. Then I did my Billie Jean rehearsal. I just walked through it because as yet I had nothing planned. I hadn't had time because I was so busy rehearsing the group. The next day I called my management office and said, please order me a spy's hat, like a cool fedora, something that a secret agent would wear. I wanted something sinister and special, a real slouchy kind of hat. I still didn't have a very good idea of what I was going to do with Billie Jean. During the Thriller sessions, I had found a black jacket and I said, you know, someday I'm going to wear this to perform. It was so perfect and so show business that I wore it on Motown 25. But the night before the taping, I still had no idea what I was going to do with my solo number. So I went down to the kitchen of our house and played Billie Jean. Loud, I was in there by myself the night before the show, and I pretty much stood there and let the song tell me what to do. I kind of let the dance create itself. I really let it talk to me. I heard the beat come in, and I took this spy's hat and started to pose and step, letting the Billie Jean rhythm create the movements. I felt almost compelled to let it create itself. I couldn't help it. And that being able to step back and let the dance come through was a lot of fun. I had
This entire time, I thought Billie Jean choreography was something that he spent like weeks on perfecting. And he did it, he literally created the dance routine the night before. Literally the night before. You know how he created that the night before. He had no idea. Mr. Perfectionist had no idea what he was going to do for Billie Jean. Like, what? That is baffling me. And you can tell that it didn't fit. I don't think that's why people connect to Billie Jean in terms of the live performance, because outside of like the little intro, which still I'm like, bro, what? The intro to Billie Jean, his performance, it feels like he's just feeling the music. And also that whole fedora thing, I always wondered where that came from. To be like, I need a hat. Like I need like everything about how he created the jacket, which is I think he took his mama's jacket. It's like, what? Yeah, that's why I'm like, I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on a minute. Real quick. I'm gonna get to like, if you could do me a favor and like give me your questions at the end. I'm gonna get to any questions you got. Um, but yeah, like part of me, I'm on Josh's side right here to be like I find it hard to believe that Mr. Perfectionist didn't know what he was doing until the day before. Like I think what it was I think he had an idea of what he was going to do, but he never actually like fleshed it out. Like he had idea, like he knew he was going to do the moonwalk. You cannot make me believe that he did not know he was going to do the moonwalk. But I feel like he was like, I need to have a moment. Okay, moonwalk, and then like I want to do certain things, but I don't think he actually fleshed it out until the night before, which still is kind of wild to me. Still very wild to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a video of him on YouTube rehearsing for Motown 25. He's just walking around. Please, please give me that video. Cause I've only seen like 30 seconds of him doing a rehearsals for Motown 25, but not for Billie Jean. So definitely, let me show you that. Yeah, the jacket he got from Catherine. Like that's still funny to me. Like he took his mama's jacket, which now I think outside of the glove and the socks, I think is his most infamous uh outfit. Is the Billie Jean outfit is his most infamous outfit, I think. Um but yeah, I'm having a hard time believing that. I just think it might have been a case of where he was overwhelmed and he was I think he was more focused on getting his brothers together than doing than doing Billie Jean. Um but yeah, that's still that seems off.
had also been practicing certain steps and movements. Although most of the performance was actually spontaneous, I had been practicing the moonwalk for some time, and it dawned on me in our kitchen that I would finally do the moonwalk in public on Motown 25. Now the moonwalk was
Hmm.
already out on the street by this time, but I enhanced it a little when I did it. It was born as a breakdance step, a popping type of thing that blacks kids had created dancing on the street corners in the ghetto. Black people are truly innovative dancers. They create many of the new dances, pure and simple. So I said, this is my chance to do it. And I did it. These three kids taught it to me. They gave me the basics, and I had been doing it a lot in private. I had practiced it together with certain other steps. All I was really sure of was that on the bridge to Billie Jean, I was going to walk backward and forward at the same time, like walking on the moon. The day of the taping, Motown was running behind schedule, late, so I went off and rehearsed by myself.
Which is funny because even the version he does on Motown 25 is not the final version of how he would do how he was able to evolve the moonwalk. If you haven't seen it, I forget, was it it was it Electric Company, the Lockers? I forget who, but there's a video of people doing the moonwalk to where it's it's very smooth, but the way Michael was able to evolve it to where he puts his head forward, how the hell do you think of, seriously, how the hell do you think of doing that? Like, to put your head forward while moving backward to really make it look like you're walking on the moon. Like, bro, like, like what, what would make you think to do that? Like, that dude just dog.
By then I had my spy hat. My brothers wanted to know what the hat was for, but I told them they'd have to wait and see. But I did ask Nelson Hayes for a favor. Nelson, after I do the set with my brothers and the lights go down, sneak the hat out to me in the dark. I'll be in the corner next to the wings talking to the audience, but you sneak that hat back there and put it in my hand in the dark. So after my brothers and I finished performing, I walked over to the side of the stage and said, "You're beautiful. I'd like to say those were the good old days."
That is true. Yeah, the moonwalk, actually, there is footage of people from the 30s and 40s actually doing it. So actually, that's absolutely true. Actually, yeah. But that's so funny. Like, I want you to it's like there's no lore to the hat, Mike. But I want you to slide that hat to me while nobody's looking. It's just like like, okay. Like, all right.
Late, so I went off and rehearsed by myself. By then I had my spy hat. My brothers wanted to know what the hat was for, but I told them they'd have to wait and see. But I did ask Nelson Hayes for a favor. Nelson, after I do the set with my brothers and the lights go down, sneak the hat out to me in the dark. I'll be in the corner next to the wings talking to the audience, but you sneak that hat back there and put it in my hand in the dark. So after my brothers and I finished performing, I walked over to the side of the stage and said, "You're beautiful. I'd like to say those were the good old days. Those were magic moments with all my brothers, including Jermaine. But what I really like," and Nelson is sneaking the hat into my hand, "are the newer songs." I turned around and grabbed the hat and went into Billie Jean, into that heavy rhythm.
That's so funny because I never realized that. I watched that video a billion times. I never realized someone snuck the hat to him. It just appeared. And also, I love the idea. I just, yeah, I always wondered how that hat got there. Like, that is so funny to me. Spy hat. Now I'm gonna call that a spy hat from now on. That is so crazy to me. Again, his brain was just on a different level, bro. Like, who would think of doing the hat? Like, who would think of doing the hat thing, the glove? Again, I know the glove also was kind of part of him hiding his vitiligo, but the glove, the socks, bruh, this dude was on another level. Like, bro. And I love the fact that before he's about to start it, there's someone in the crowd yelling, "Billie Jean!" Like, bruh.
Tell that people in the audience were really enjoying my performance. My brothers told me they were crowding the wings watching me with their mouths open, and my parents and sisters were out there in the audience. But I just remember opening my eyes at the end of the thing and seeing this sea of people standing up applauding, and I felt so many conflicting emotions. I knew I had done my best and felt good, so good, but at the same time I felt disappointed in myself. I had planned to do one really long spin and to stop on my toes, suspended for a moment, but I didn't stay on my toes as long as I wanted. I did the spin and I landed on one toe. I wanted to just stay there, just freeze there, but it didn't work quite as I'd planned. When I got backstage, the people back there were congratulating me. I was still disappointed about the spin. I had been concentrating so hard and I'm such a perfectionist. At the same time, I knew this was one of the happiest moments of my life. I knew that for the first time, my brothers had really gotten a chance to watch me and see what I was doing, how I was evolving. After the performance, each of them
That's a good point. Like before the Billie Jean performance, he's been with his brothers the whole entire time. He had a little, Rocket Robin performance in Rock with You. He's done, but really everything he's done up to this point, he still was with his brothers. So this really was the first time his brothers got to really be a fan and see him on stage by himself. It really was his coming out party, to where he really did his own thing. I love the fact that he was like, his brother trying to figure out, like, what you doing with the hat, bro? Like, don't worry. Don't worry. Like, you'll be entertained. Like, and the fact this dude is crying, standing ovation, and he's still crying, like, damn, I should have did that. I should have did that toe stand better, though. I should have did that spin better. I'm like, Michael, dude, get a grip, bruh. Like, it's not that deep. I get it, but I don't. Like, it's not that deep, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to think, that's probably copywritten. I don't know if I can do it. I might, we'll see. We might try to do it at the end. We'll do it at the end if I have time. If, again, you got a few things to do, but yeah.
hugged and kissed me backstage. They had never done that before, and I felt happy for all of us. It was so wonderful when they kissed me like that. I loved it. I mean, we hug all the time. My whole family embraces a lot, except for my father. He's the only one who doesn't. Whenever the rest of us see each other, we embrace. But when they all kissed me that night, I felt as if I had been blessed by them. The performance was still gnawing at me, and I wasn't satisfied until a little boy came up to me backstage. He was about 10 years old and was wearing a tuxedo. He looked up at me with stars in his eyes, frozen where he stood, and said, "Man, whoever taught you to dance like that?" I kind of laughed and said, "Practice, I guess." And this boy was looking at me awestruck. I walked away, and for the first time that evening, I felt really good about what I had accomplished that night. I said to myself, I must have done really well because children are honest. When that kid said what he did, I really felt that I had done a good job.
That, again, that is so funny to me, because he's like, I know the kids don't lie. Like, for the most part, kids ain't gonna lie. So it's like, it's so funny that he saw his family, he saw other people congratulate him. He's like, that's probably, they're just being nice. But when the kid told him, yo, what was that? He finally like, I guess I did a good job. Like, bruh.
I was so moved by the whole experience that I went right home and wrote it down, everything which had happened that night. My entry ended with my encounter with the child. The day after the Motown 25 show, Fred Astaire called me on the telephone. He said these are his exact words: "You're a hell of a mover. Man, you really put them on their asses last night."
Wow.
That's what Fred Astaire said to me. I thanked him. Then he said, "You're an angry dancer. I'm the same way. I used to do the same thing with my cane." I had met him once or twice in the past, but this was the first time he had ever called me. He went on to say, "I watched the special last night. I taped it and I watched it again this morning. You're a hell of a mover." It was the greatest compliment I had ever received in my life, and the only one I had ever wanted to believe. For Fred Astaire to tell me that meant more to me than anything. Later, my performance was nominated for an Emmy Award in a musical category, but I lost to Leontine Price. It didn't.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch that, because how did you lose? How did you lose to anybody? But yeah, I do wonder that scene of him. It's so funny because I've been trying for the past month to upload my Mako movie reaction on YouTube. Yeah, it's a headache. But yeah, I really wonder if he said backstage a real money making machine, or if that was just for the movie. Because in American Dream, Joe was portrayed as just being very grateful and seeing his kids together. So I wonder which one is truthful. I feel like it's probably in the middle. He was probably very close to emotional as the robot Joe Jackson could be, but also he probably was still very like, oh, I could make some money off y'all, something like that. So I mean, he probably was in the middle. But yeah, to have Fred Astaire, we know how much he looked up to like Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, James Brown, like those type of guys. To have Fred Astaire call him and be like, "Yo, you doing the damn thing, bro." Like he said it, that had to really put confidence in him, because again, we talk about as great as Michael was, he still was at times very insecure. So I mean, that had to be something that really meant a lot to him.
Matter. Fred Astaire had told me things I would never forget. That was my reward. Later, he invited me to his house, and there were more compliments from him until I really blushed. He went over my Billie Jean performance step by step. The great choreographer Hermes Pan, who had choreographed Fred's dances in the movies, came over, and I showed them how to moonwalk and demonstrated some other steps that really interested them. Not long after that, Gene Kelly came by my house to visit and also said he liked my dancing. It was a fantastic experience, that show, because I felt I had been inducted into an informal fraternity of dancers, and I felt so honored because these were the people I most admired in the world. Right after Motown 25, my family read a lot of stuff in the press about my being the new Sinatra and as exciting as Elvis, that kind of thing. It was very nice to hear, but I knew the press could be so fickle. One week they love you, and the next week they act like you're rubbish. Later, I gave the glittery black jacket I wore on Motown 25 to Sammy Davis as a present. He said he was going to do a takeoff of me on stage, and I said, "Here, you want to wear this when you do it?" He was so happy. I love Sammy. He's such a fine man and a real showman, one of the best. I had been wearing a single glove for years before Thriller. I felt that one glove was cool. Wearing two gloves seemed so ordinary, but a single glove was different and was definitely a look. But I've long believed that thinking too much about your look is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, because an artist should let his style evolve naturally, spontaneously. You can't think about these things. You have to feel your way into them. I actually had been wearing the glove for a long time, but it hadn't gotten a lot of attention until all of a sudden it hit with Thriller in 1983. I was wearing it on some of the old tours back in the 1970s, and I wore one glove during the Off the Wall tour and on the cover of the live album that came out afterward.
But
It's so show business that
excuse me. I also think the issue is the reason why people. Well, first of all, you doing it on tour, nobody can see it unless you went to the show. That's one. Two is like the glove. From my memory, his glove kind of looked like a not a coal miner's glove, but like a glove you will wear when you about to do cook on the grill. Like, so it wasn't as fancy as his glove will evolve into as well. But also, I find it funny for Michael to be like, not to worry about what you wear, when we know Michael, of all people, was very much into what he wore. Everything he did, like, was meticulous. It was methodical. So I find it interesting for Michael to be like, yeah, don't allow your looks to evolve, but don't think too much about it. I'm like, Michael, you thought about your looks a lot, especially by the time we get to Thriller and on. Like, I feel like his dangerous attire was his most simple. Like, if you go back and watch his music videos, not who is it? Um, if you watch Black or White, if you watch Give In to Me, he started his attire became more simple. But before that, like, he was very much had a very elaborate attire. So I found it to be funny that he would say that.
one glove. I love wearing it. Once, by coincidence, I wore a black glove to the American Music Awards ceremony, which happened to fall on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Funny how things happen sometimes. I admit that I love starting trends, but I never thought wearing white socks was going to catch on. Not too long ago, it was considered extremely square to wear
That's so. Oh,
white socks.
that's so funny because I don't wear. I haven't worn white socks since like high school. Wearing white socks is so taboo to me. But I gotta read the chat real quick because y'all got some good stuff going on right now. But yeah, like Jermaine said, he thought his father's portrayal in American Dream was too harsh. Brother, I wonder what he thought of it. I wonder what he thought of the Michael movie. If that was too harsh, oh boy. But yeah, I did not know he gave a jacket to Sammy. Shout out to Sammy Davis Jr., bro. Also one of the greatest entertainers, the hardest working man in show business of all time. Like him, again, James Brown. Like he really got the respect of all his idols. Like literally every single one. I think maybe Jackie Wilson, but Jackie Wilson was going through health issues. But yeah, like the fact that he gave his jacket, well, really his mom's jacket to Sammy, I did not know that. That is very dope. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't throw it. Glad he didn't throw it in the audience. Oh my gosh.
It was cool in the 1950s, but in the 60s and 70s, you wouldn't be caught dead in white socks. It was too square to even consider for most people. But I never stopped wearing them, ever. My brothers would call me a dip, but I didn't care.
What?
My brother Jermaine would get upset and call my mother, Mother, Michael's wearing his white socks again. Can't you do something?
What?
Talk to him, he would complain bitterly. They'd all tell me I was a goofball, but I still wore my white socks and now it's cool again. Those white socks must have caught on just to spite Jermaine. I get tickled when I think about it. After Thriller came out, it even became okay to wear your pants high around your ankles again. My attitude is if fashion says it's forbidden, I'm going to do it. When I'm at home, I don't like to dress up. I wear anything that's handy. I used to spend days in my pajamas. I like flannel shirts, old sweaters and slacks, simple clothes. When I go out, I dress up in sharper, brighter, more tailored clothes, but around the house and in the studio, anything goes. I don't wear much jewelry, usually none, because it gets in my way. Occasionally, people give me gifts of jewelry and I treasure them for the sentiment, but usually I just put them away somewhere. Some of it has been stolen. Jackie Gleason gave me a beautiful ring and he took it off his finger and gave it to me. It was stolen and I miss it, but it doesn't really bother me because the gesture meant more than anything else and that can't be taken from me. The ring was just a material thing. What
Yeah,
really
I've never seen Michael with now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen Michael with jewelry, like ever. Like the only jewelry I've ever seen him with was kind of watches. Even then, he barely wore watch. I think if you haven't, please go check out the Dangerous Studio Sessions, to where he's talking about I got a Mickey Mouse watch from Mickey Mouse. Like yo, it's the most childlike thing I've ever seen a grown ass man. Like he's like, I got a Mickey Mouse watch from Mickey Mouse. Like, bro, oh my god, I miss that man. I swear. Yeah, like how you gonna be mad at him for wearing white socks? Like Jermaine, don't you got your own issues right now? All right, I'm not gonna put Jermaine on blast, but like, um, yeah, like white socks are only cool on Michael. Cause I'd be damned if I'm be out here in these streets with high waters. You would got flame. In my day, you got flamed for high waters. Flamed. Like you could they would have roasted you. Like if you had high waters in school. Like that's crazy. And white socks, that wasn't really a thing till like high school. It's like, why are you wearing white socks? Like what you doing? Like, yeah, so but that's funny to me. Like that's crazy. But like Jermaine, you got some other things to worry about than that. Like you really like that's kind of wild. Like you're calling my mother because I'm wearing white socks? Like, are you dumb? Like, are you good? Are you cool? He did. I have not. I must have not paid attention. He wore a lot of rings. I've seen pictures of him in the Jackson Five with jewelry. As he got older, I think because I don't remember that at all. So I must have, I don't remember that at all. Yes, they killed people. Like, well, not killed. Okay, but they like you got roasted all day, and then they would be like, "Hey, you remember that time that You remember that time that Jamal had high water? Yo, we will have a whole like it's kids are really as much as Michael love kids. Kids can be very horrible people. It's like don't let you wear the wrong thing. Like we will roast you on a school bus, on the schoolyard, at the school lunch table, in class, at homeroom. Like you better have your act together, man.
Really makes me happy. What I love is performing and creating. I really don't care about all the material trappings. I love to put my soul into something and have people accept it and like it. That's a wonderful feeling. I appreciate art for that reason. I'm a great admirer of Michelangelo and of how he poured his soul into his work. He knew in his heart that one day he would die, but that the work he did would live on. You can tell he painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel with all his soul. At one point, he even destroyed it and did it over because he wanted it to be perfect. He said, "If the wine is sour, pour it out." I can look at a painting and lose myself. It pulls you in, all the pathos and drama. It communicates with you. You can sense what the artist was feeling. I feel the same way about photography. A poignant or strong photograph can speak volumes. As I said earlier, there were many changes in my life in the aftermath of Motown 25. We were told that 47 million people watched that show, and apparently many of them went out and bought Thriller.
Wow.
By the fall of 1983, the album had sold 8 million copies, eclipsing by far CBS's expectations for the successor to Off the Wall. At that point, Frank DeLeo said he'd like to see us produce another video or short film.
So he basically did 8 million in 3 months. Don't allow anybody to ever say someone is better than Michael Joseph Jackson. He did 8 million in 3 months. Mind you, this is a guy that has been on radio for 15 years. And still, even after Off the Wall, people were still not tired of him. And he did this without actually doing a solo tour. But still, I'm pissed off about you. Screw you, Joe.
It was clear to us that the next single and video should be Thriller, a long track that had plenty of material for a brilliant director to play with. As soon as the decision was made, I knew who I wanted to have direct it. The year before, I had seen a horror film called An American Werewolf in London, and I knew that the man who made it, John Landis, would be perfect for Thriller, since our concept for the video featured the same kind of transformations that happened to his character. So we contacted John Landis and asked him to direct. He agreed and submitted his budget, and we went to work. The technical details of this film were so awesome that I soon got a call from John Branca, my attorney and one of my closest and most valued advisors. John had been working with me ever since the Off the Wall days. In fact, he even helped me out by donning many hats and functioning in several capacities when I had no manager after Thriller was released. He's one of those extremely talented, capable men who can do anything. Anyway, John was in a panic because it had become obvious to him that the original budget for the Thriller video was going to double. I was paying for this project myself, so the money for the budget overruns was coming out of my pocket. But at this point, John came up with a great idea. He suggested we make a separate video financed by somebody else about the making of the Thriller video. It seemed odd that no one had ever done this before. We felt sure it would be an interesting documentary, and at the same time, it would help pay for our doubled project.
Is Michael saying that him and John created the making of concept? Because now that I'm thinking about it, has anyone? Oh, well, I wouldn't know. I'll have to research that. Before Thriller, has anyone did the making of such and such? Which I think probably that might have been taboo because a lot of these music videos were very boring or to the like it was very cut and dry. So him and John might have created the first ever making of music video documentary type concept, bro. I'm just now realizing that might be the what. But hold on, I gotta address this. UK, they would call if you wore high waters, they would call you ankle brashers. Like what? ankle bashers? What?
It didn't take John long to put this deal together. He got MTV and the Showtime cable network to put up the cash, and Vestron released the video after Thriller aired. The success of the making of Thriller was a bit of a shock to all of us.
Yeah.
In its cassette form, it sold about 1 million copies by itself. Even now, it holds the record as the best-selling music video of all time.
Wow.
The Thriller film was ready in late 1983. We released it in February, and it made its debut on MTV. Epic released Thriller as a single, and sales of the album went crazy. According to statistics, the Thriller film and the release of the single resulted in 14 million additional album and tape sales within a 6-month period. At one point in 1984, we were selling 1 million records a week. I'm still stunned by this response. By the time we finally closed down the Thriller campaign a year later, the album was at the 32 million mark. Today's sales are at 40 million, a dream come true.
Wow.
During this period, I changed my management as well. My contract with Wisner and Demand had expired in early 1983. My father was no longer representing me, and I was looking at various people. One day, I was at the Beverly Hills Hotel visiting Frank DeLeo, and I asked him if he had any interest in leaving Epic and managing my career. Frank asked me to think about it some more, and if I was certain to call him back on Friday. Needless to say, I called him back.
Yo, I miss the bill. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me got a halls. I do miss the ability of going to the store and buying a CD, even a VHS. Like I miss those days. Like just the excitement of when a CD is released or an album is dropped, going to the store, going through the different CDs, seeing the cover, getting excited, maybe hear a little preview of it, then buy it, then play it on the way home or drive around listening to it. Like I've really missed the experience of like movies and CDs. Man, it made CDs and music and different things feel more special because you went out your way to experience it. I just had to say that because I can't imagine what it was like to go out and buy a Thriller. Like I think that I'm really trying to think what is the off the top of my head the biggest album I feel like from my lifetime I ever got. There's probably two of them. One for gospel fans, there's a guy by the name of Ty Tribbett who revolutionized, kind of with Kurt Franklin, revolutionized gospel. Getting the Life album, I might do a story time with that. Because my mom and my brother, who's not really my brother, but is my brother, we went to buy that. That and Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is another one to where like, bro, like both of those albums like changed my life. But anyway, man, just going to the record store, like we do not appreciate. I don't know, we appreciate those times, bro. Like that might be a great question. Like, when's the last time you went to a store to buy an album? Like physical media. I have to like really think of that. Yes, Hezekiah Walker is one of my favorite choirs of all time. Hezekiah Walker, Ricky Dillard, Timothy Wright, James Hall, Fred Hammond. Like, I'll literally do I could do a whole stream on just gospel, which I need to get back to doing reactions to gospel because that's like my favorite genre. But yeah, I love Hezekiah Walker. Shout out to Brooklyn. But yeah, I'm really trying to think. When's the last time I went to the record? Comment right now if you remember the last James Hall is goated. Yes. Comment the last album you remember getting. I have to like really think about that. I think I want to say, God, that would have been like 2013. It's either had to be Kanye's Yeezus, or it might have been Ty Tribbett's Greater Than. Because I think it was the summer of 2013, the last time I bought a physical, or it might have been J. Cole's Born Sinner. So it's either one of those albums. Yeah, it's been it's been since 2013 is the last time I think I went to a record store. Um, and so we had a great record shop called Pied Piper. Oh God, don't let Kels hear that. Another called Spin a Disc. They are legendary. I think the last time I went to a store was probably 2001. It was Invincible. I have ordered a few MJ albums on Amazon, but not the same. Yeah, I got Liz. I don't think I've heard of Liz Wright. What genre is that? I've never heard of that. Third anniversary. I went to an HMV on 34th Street in NYC. The last new album I bought was Bad 25. Let's see, what year would that would have been would have been like 2012? That probably was like 2012, right? A jazz singer. She's so good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember. It's so funny because I remember seeing Michael's. I think this was 2010. Seeing the Michael. I think it was the Michael album. Seeing that, and I was so pissed off in that store. I'm like, why are we doing a Michael post Michael album? Like, I was so pissed off. I was trying to keep my composure. As a big black man in the store, you don't want to really show your emotion. But like, I remember seeing the Michael album when it came out in the stores. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what's happening? I was very pissed off that day. Um, we had the Jackson 5 greatest hits on vinyl. I need to get so man. I need to get so many joints on vinyl, bro. Like it's ridiculous. Like I really need to. Hey, shout out to Danny. Hello, your videos are cool. Hey, thank you. I try. Um, Now all the old albums are in thrift store. Yeah, like I low key want to go like try to do a if I ever think of it, like maybe do like a vlog or something going back to the record store if it's still around, and like doing a little vlog of like picking up albums. I miss the days of just going to the record store, not knowing what you're going to buy, and just going around to try to figure, what is this? Oh, I never heard of this. Oh, like I miss those days too. Um, yeah, that Michael. If you're talking about the Michael album, that Michael album was so horrible, bro. Like, bruh. All right, but let's finish up. Let's finish up this. It was like 5 minutes left on this, and then I got like at least one or two more things to do, and then I'm going to sleep because my body. um, yeah, I moved to online shopping because all my local stores didn't have MJ. That's just insane. Now I'm in Spain. We have a lot more choices, and vinyl is coming back big time. Yeah, I really need to get back in my vinyl bag. But speaking of, I do need to do a video of showing all the vinyls that my dad had. I'm probably gonna make that a video, hopefully sometime next week or so, of just digging in the crates of all the old vinyls my dad had. God rest his soul. I think that'd be a dope video to do. Um, let's see, Oliver Twist soundtrack and Sgt. Pepper album on vinyl too. Um, let's see. I bought all my MJ physical stuff in thrift stores. Huh? It's like the only place left for physical. Yeah, man. I'm it's funny, like if you watch movies like Minority Report and iRobot, it's like it's getting scary how much AI, even though we're listening to something that's AI, how AI is taking over, digital is taking over the world. It's like it's getting scary. Like I remember yesterday I was driving to the bank and my phone had like a pop-up of hey, your volume might be too high on your AirPod. I'm like, what? Like, what are we doing? Like, it was like, oh my God, it's happening. iRobot, Smart House. If you ever seen Disney movie, Smart House, it was like, oh my God, it's happening. The robot's about to take over, bro. I'm about to just turn off all my stuff because it's getting scary now. Yeah, I really do need to start a vinyl collection though, like straight up. Yeah, going to the record store was always an experience. Also because they were always yes. Also, they were always blasting music too. Let's finish this up real quick.
The success of Thriller really hit me in 1984 when the album received a gratifying number of nominations for the American Music Awards and the Grammy Awards. I remember feeling an overwhelming rush of jubilation. I was whooping with joy and dancing around the house, screaming. When the album was certified as the best-selling album of all time, I couldn't believe it. Quincy Jones was yelling, "Bust open the champagne." We were all in a state. Man, what a feeling to work so hard on something, to give so much, and to succeed. Everyone involved with Thriller was floating on air. It was wonderful. I imagined that I felt like a long distance runner must feel when breaking the tape at the finish line.
Yeah.
I would think of an athlete running as hard and as fast as he can. Finally, he
Hey,
gets close to the finish line and his chest hits that ribbon and the crowd is soaring with him. And I'm not even into sports. But I identify with that person because I know how hard he's trained and I know how much that moment means.
hey, real quick, shout out to hold up. Shout out to I Pick Passion. She has a dope channel that she started. She does like micro reactions. It talks about life. Definitely go check it out. I'll probably put her link on this video after we're done with the live stream. But definitely shout out to you. Let's go. Yo, what? Yo, now everybody want to pop up now. What about baby boy? Where you been, my guy? Oh, we literally just talked like probably the other day. Yo, what's up with you? Okay. Like y'all a little late, ain't you? Let me chill. All right. My bad. I had to say what's up.
To him. Perhaps a whole life has been devoted to this endeavor, this one moment, and then he wins. That's the realization of a dream. That's powerful stuff. I can share that feeling because I know one of the side effects of the Thriller period was to make me weary of constantly being in the public eye. And because of this, I resolved to lead a quieter, more private life. I was still quite shy about my appearance. You must remember that I had been a child star, and when you grow up under that kind of scrutiny, people don't want you to change, to get older and look different. When I first became well known, I had a lot of baby fat and a very round, chubby face. That roundness stayed with me until several years ago when I changed my diet and stopped eating beef, chicken, pork, and fish, as well as certain fattening foods. I just wanted to look better, live better, and be healthier. Gradually, as I lost weight, my face took on its present shape, and the press started accusing me of surgically altering my appearance beyond the nose job I freely admitted I had, like many performers and film stars. They would take an old picture from adolescence of high school and compare it to a current photograph. In the old picture, my face would be round and pudgy. I'd have an afro, and the picture would be badly lit. The new picture would show a much older, more mature face. I've got a different hairstyle and a different nose. Also, the photographer's lighting is excellent in the recent photographs. It's really not fair to make such comparisons. They have said I had bone surgery done on my face. It seems strange to me that people would jump to that conclusion, and I thought it was very unfair. Judy Garland and Jean Harlow and many others have had their noses done. My problem is that as a child star, people got used to seeing me look one way. I'd like to set the record straight right now. I have never had my cheeks altered or my eyes altered. I have not had my lips thinned, nor have I had dermabrasion or a skin peel. All of these charges are ridiculous. If they were true, I would say so, but they aren't. I have had my nose altered twice, and I recently added a cleft to my chin, but that is it, period. I don't care what anyone else says. It's my face, and I know. I'm a vegetarian now, and I'm so much thinner. I've been on a strict diet for years. I feel better than I ever have, healthier and more energetic. I don't understand why the press is so interested in speculating about my appearance anyway. What does my face have to do with my music or my dancing? The other day, a man asked me if I was happy, and I answered, I don't think I'm ever totally happy. I'm one of the hardest people to satisfy, but at the same time, I'm aware of how much I have to be thankful for, and I am truly appreciative that I have my health and the love of my family and friends. I'm also easily embarrassed. The night I won 8 American Music Awards, I accepted them wearing my shades on the network broadcasts. Katharine Hepburn called me up and congratulated me, but she gave me a hard time because of the sunglasses. Your fans want to see your eyes, she scolded me. You're cheating them. The following month, February 1984, At the Grammy show, Thriller had walked off with 7 Grammy Awards and looked like it was going to win his 8th. All evening, I had been going up to the podium and collecting awards with my sunglasses on. Finally, when Thriller won for Best Album, I went up to accept it, took off my glasses, and stared into the camera. Katharine Hepburn, I said, this is for you. I knew she was watching, and she was. You have to have some fun.
I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Michael said his eyes are like windows to the soul. So he was a very sad lad that didn't like showing his eyes because people would then be like, "Why are you so sad?" Wow, that by far is my favorite chapter of this book so far. I think it gets really to the nitty gritty of what's been going on. Yeah, for the girl. Yeah, he said for the girls on the balcony. For the girls in the balcony. This is for you, the ladies in the back. But yeah, my bad. My bad. What about baby boy? I was going to warn y'all about the stream, but I've been so sick the past couple of days. I'm like, I ain't doing no stream this weekend. But you know what? I felt a little better today, so I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll push through. So yep, it is. It is AI. It is AI. Oh, shout out to Master MJJ for the 5 jewels. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's Michael is such a interesting fellow. Yeah, chapter 5 by far is my favorite chapter thus far. Someone said earlier, boy, I wish Michael would have did a book in the 90s. Boy, oh boy, that would have been an intriguing book. Like, there's so much stuff he could have. So much stuff. He would talk about the bad era, finally doing his solo tour. Dangerous, getting married, having children, the allegations. Even though I don't know how much you could really talk about that. But bro, there's so much to talk about in the 90s if he would have did a book. My God. That would have been intriguing. That's why I did. If you haven't, I gotta figure out how like to pin it to my YouTube. I did a what if kind of Michael Jackson the sequel concept movie of how that could look. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I gotta figure out how to like pin it to like the community post or something. Because I really try my best to make the Michael movie, the sequel, kind of what I feel the Michael movie will be about. Shout out to Jafar, which I believe Jafar is doing a movie with Will Smith, I think in the near future. So that's definitely dope to hear. Shout out to Jafar. And I think he just got nominated for, I think I saw news that he just got nominated for an Oscar. So that is also super, super duper dope. Shout out to Jafar, everybody's nephew. I really hope he goes off to the races and lives out whatever dreams he have. I know he talked about not wanting to do music, but I really hope he gets back to doing music because I feel like he didn't get the just due of that. Let's see. Hollywood Tonight is probably the best track on Michael. The original demo version of the song is actually one of my favorites. Actually, I really do like. Yeah, I like the demo of Hollywood Tonight. I'm trying to think. I can't remember what's on that album, but I was very hypercritical of that freaking whole project. Yeah, History was his book in the 90s. Basically, History was his book in the 90s. Yeah, actually it was. It's the closest we'll ever get to something autobiographical. What was that word? Autobiographical. I think that's the word. That's the closest we're ever going to get to something like that. I wonder if he had one in his vault when he died. Jafar said he read all his diary. So I wonder if he had planned to even write another one. I feel like he would have, right? Especially after the trial. I feel like Michael would have done something like that. He just didn't. yeah, Jafar reading his diary, very intriguing, which I do think really helped him. With, I feel like there's nobody else that could have did that role. Nobody else had access to Michael like Jafar did. Nobody. And no, as great as you would have been in that role, it was meant for his nephew, man. Um, yeah, he definitely. I feel like he definitely should have did a book in '99. I feel like after the birth of his child, I would have loved to know how he felt, his thoughts during his time. I feel like he didn't really give any in depth interviews about what went on in his personal life outside of the paparazzi and media being unbearable to him. But yeah, the Magic and the Madness book is really good too. Let me write that down. The Magic and the Madness book. Okay. Yeah. So hold on. The Magic and the Madness. I got a few more things I'm gonna do because I can feel my body fighting for its life right now. I do hope to do another chapter of the book. If I don't really feel like waiting for this. Again, shout out to this channel, um, who helped create this. Oh, I need to see if I can figure out how to. T and Bone Books helped create the AI for the voice of Michael. Um, I probably will get the book and just read it myself. If push come to shove, I'm gonna give it a little while, and I probably will wind up doing that if there's not another AI chapter created for it. I'll be feeling like a proud auntie. Yeah, a lot of us be feeling like a proud auntie for Jafar. Escape. I actually really like Escape. Was Escape on Michael or was that on what was the other joint? The other album he did. I'm trying to remember now. Oh, it's called Escape. Duh. Yeah, I really actually I feel like Escape definitely could have been on. I think I did a video of songs I wish was on Invincible. Escape, I would have removed Heartbreaker and I would have removed Invincible. I know that's probably unpopular and put in Escape. I feel like Escape was very, very, very good. Um, it said Fabio Jackson is shaking his head right now. Yeah, he's probably shaking a lot of things right now. Um, that's funny to me. But you know what? Hold up, because there's something about me to where where there's no noise is very distracting. So let's get back to this real quick while I queue up the other thing that we're going to react to today. Where is it? Here we go. Because not having no sound is very distracting to me right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Accent impersonators, but outside of Michael Trapson, I don't know if anybody else could have really. I don't know. I don't know if they could have captured the essence because what's funny is in real life, I feel like Jafar is the closest thing to Michael, like for real, for real. Very, very reserved. They might call him shy, soft spoken, but very intelligent, strong willed. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else could have done the job that Jafar did. Like I vividly remember um when they were doing Thriller in the movie and he stops it and he's like you know Fred Astaire, I think it was Fred Astaire, he said, like, you gotta get the feet. Like the way like it made me almost cry. Like I almost cry and get emotional thinking about it. The way he said, you know, you gotta get the feet. You gotta get the emotion. Like the way he performed it, like it gets me emotional every time. Like Jafar really did the damn thing. Like just that one scene. It's like, oh my god. Um, we'll do it. We'll do it another day because my I can feel my sickness getting the best of me right now. So I'm pushing through. but we'll definitely do a live. I'll probably try to do it. Actually, we could probably do it tomorrow. We could probably do it tomorrow, actually, instead of waiting another week, whatever. So, but I'm struggling right now, no. Yeah, definitely go send that. Send it to me. Just put a link in the comment section, or put it even in the chat, and I'll get to it. Yeah, bro. The thing that pisses me off even more is things that people is that things that maybe people bully MJ are the things that many celebrities have done before and after him, but no one got bullied. Yeah, no one got bullied like Michael. Whether it's plastic surgery, whatever. Like people, yeah, people. Michael was an easy target because he was different. You know, nobody. Who would think that the selling artists would have vitiligo? You know, would have the voice that he had, the soft-spoken voice. Like Michael was different in a lot of ways, and people hate. Society hates was different a lot of times. Nas has a bar and Hate Me Now. People fear what they don't understand. Hate what they can't conquer. I guess that's the Theria Man. Yeah, Theria Man was Theria Man. So it's frustrating. Um, yeah, but let's react to something that was on my. Yeah, I'm definitely getting honey and tea. But let me go ahead because there is something I really want to react to. This song was on my mind all morning this morning, and I feel like my channel won't get shut down if I react to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me cue this up. But yeah, what a great chapter of Moonwalk. I think I called it Moonwalker. Of Moonwalk. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get all my energy into this. So let's see. Where is it at? Oh, I forgot to do that. You know what? Tomorrow. Okay, so this is. I'm gonna give you the rundown for tomorrow. Why did I do that? So tomorrow, I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Tomorrow we're gonna do Michael Jackson's "Ben" versus "Got to Be There." So I uploaded my album reactions. It's on my channel. Go check those out. We're gonna do a verses for Ben and "Got to Be There." That's definitely gonna be on the docket for tomorrow. But let's see. Have you heard? Have you heard the "Don't Believe It"? Dude, what the? Don't believe it. Dude, what the? Hold on, something wrong on my screen. Don't believe it. Say it when you do it. Oh yeah, "Don't Believe It" demo snippet by NJ. I have not heard that. No, not at all. Um, so I'm definitely. I wonder if I could do reactions to demos without getting shut down. We'll see. I'm gonna try to do some things tonight. See what I can react to because I want to actually react to performances. It's so frustrating, like not be able to do that. So, but let's do this because it was really on my brain all morning. This freaking song. So I want to react to this. Hold on. Let's remove that. Do 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 do. Who who who? Where is it? Where's my? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Do 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 do. She was more like Beauty Jean and on the scene. Here we go. No, not you, not you. Hold on. Where you at, cuz? Hold on. Where you at? I just had you. Gotta love technology. All right, no biggie. I don't know where my tab went, but it's all good. Let's go. Where you at? Where you at? Here we go. I want to react to this because like just listen to the words of this for some reason just struck me differently today. Um so let's react to this. I need to get another monitor. Well, I have another monitor. I just need to set it up because this one screen thing is not it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You ready? All right, let's go. Hold on. Hold on.
If you look around, the whole world's coming together now. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Come on.
Feel it in the air. The wind is taking it everywhere. Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Oh, look at the way Michael comes in.
All the colors of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly.
Oh,
Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Spread the word and try to teach the man who is hating his brother when hate won't do. Cause we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside of me is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah.
yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I've been saying, I have not been feeling good this morning. I turned on Can You Feel It? It's almost like I had a second. It's like it's like I was completely healed, bro. I don't know what it was, but listen to this freaking song. It's like, dog, this song is so good because it's such a great message. And shout out to Randy too. Like talking about one of my favorite Jackson 5 members. Randy too was so great on this. But like, bro, this time, don't tell me. Like, just the way he comes in, like, on the rock, like, bro. Like, listen to it again. Hold on.
Twice. Spread the word and try to teach the man who is hating his brother when hate won't do. Cause we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside of me is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah.
By the way, it hit me this morning. I have a theory about Can You Feel It? And I'm gonna save it to the end, but it literally hit me like a bolt of lightning. I'm like, oh my God. I never realized it till now. But I'm gonna get to that at the end. But yeah, like let's go, Randy.
Sing aloud because we want to make a crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Touch your hand and sing a sound so pure, salvation rings.
Nobody. There's nobody like Michael.
Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ooh.
Yo.
All the children of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly.
Woo! Come on, Mike.
Yes, it's all
Get my
right.
voice back.
Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Take the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers when death won't do.
Woo!
Cause we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside of me is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you see what's going down? Can you feel it in your bones? Can you feel it?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bro, this song is so good. Like, this gotta be a top 5 Jackson song, bro. Hands down. Bruh. Like, it gives me goosebumps every time I hear it, bro. Literal goosebumps, bro.
Every breath you take is someone's death in another place. Every healthy smile is hunger and strife to another child. But the stars do shine, and promising salvation is near this time. Can you feel it now?
Come on, Randy.
So brothers and sisters, show we know how.
Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Talk, can you see what's going down? Open up your mind. All the children.
You hear that? Yeah. Hold on. Wait.
Talk, can you see what's going down? Open up your mind. All the children of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him try to spread the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers when death won't do.
Woo!
Yes, we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside my veins is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah.
I never thought of that till now. It really is their Queen S type song. Like like y'all know I love Queen now. Like the way they do melodies, Freddie Mercury in that band is the king of melody, and they found a way to do it. It's like the horn, like it feels grandiose. It feels larger than life. Like they found that. I feel like they almost were trying to do it with Shake Your Body Down, but it was such a disco type funky record. This is their Queen S type record. Like I can feel my body getting better. Like that's how great this song is. Like I'm telling you, I was sick all morning. I listened to this, I felt immediately better. Like, this is how powerful this freaking song is. Again, like the way Michael comes in, like it's just like, bro, it's like it hits you in your chest, like boom. Like, hold on.
Can you see what's going down? Open up your mind.
Woo!
All the children of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's all right.
Here.
Take my message to your brother and tell him try to spread the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers when death won't do. Yes, we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside my veins is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Lucky.
Yeah. Alright. You can be living. Alright. You can be living. Alright. You can be living. Alright. You can be living.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, we gotta re-listen to this verse again. I gotta listen to him. Hold on.
Every breath you take is someone's death in another place. Every healthy smile is hunger and strife to another child.
Another child.
But the stars do shine, and promising salvation is near this time.
This time.
Can you feel it now? So, brothers and sisters, show we know how.
Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Hey, hey. Talk, can you see what's going down? Open up your mind. All the children of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice.
Listen to they say brother. Like how you say brother. Hold on.
Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Spread the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers when death won't do.
Woo!
Yes, we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside my veins is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. Like Michael gets so aggressive in songs when he's on a collab. Like I was thinking of Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. Like the way he comes in. I was gonna do a skit about that. I still might do when he did Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming or Torture. When he comes in on Torture, like the way he comes in, I'm like, bro, Michael smoked out his brothers. He straight up smoked them. Like Michael is not fair, bro. Like he is so competitive. He wants to make sure like you're gonna talk about me no matter who's on this record. Like I've thought about that millions of times. When Michael's on a collab, he's gonna find a way. Like even with Stevie Wonder, he was like, I gotta outdo Stevie, bro. I'm not gonna allow Stevie to outshine me on Just Good Friends or Get It. Like I can't do it. But I just love the way I love how powerful his voice is on here.
This time, can you feel it now? So, brothers and sisters, show we know how.
Now tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Hey, hey. Talk, can you see what's going down? Open up your mind. All the children of the world should be loving each other wholeheartedly. Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Spread the news to the marching men who are killing their brothers when death won't do. Yes, we're all the same. Yes, the blood inside my veins is inside of you. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Alright, you can believe it. Alright, you can believe it. Alright, you can believe it. Alright, you can believe it.
Come on. Come on.
Choppa, 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 chee. Feel
Okay.
All the children.
No, Michael's tweaking, bro. Michael's straight up tweaking. But bro, so I was listening to this. I was listening to this morning. Actually, let's talk about Michael movie real quick. So I don't know if they'll address. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do anything more with the Jacksons because, well, they didn't really do anything with the Jacksons in the first movie, but definitely, I think they're going to cover more posts like the Bad Tour, History Tour, the Allegations, and probably the History Tour, like that whole era. So I don't see them doing anything in regards to the Jacksons. That would have been dope. I don't think. I think I'm trying to remember. American Dream. They didn't really touch on doing anything after post Motown. They kind of went right into, if my memory is correct, they leave Motown. Then they don't even dress off the wall. They go right into Human Nature, Thriller, and then Motown 25. So they really don't. I would have loved for them to touch on the Jacksons era with Epic, with them doing their own albums. I think that would have been dope to see the behind the scenes in that. I really wish we would have got that. Yeah, American Dream did end on the Victory Tour. It's so funny how the acapellas gives more energy than the actual album version, because it's I love Randy, but it's Michael's energy, bro. Michael's energy, like that's what sets him apart from a lot of other artists and vocalists. It's his energy. Again, when he's on a record, boom, it's like crazy. But I had this thought this morning. Let me know what you think. I was listening to this. I'm like, I feel like this is the prelude to Wanna Be Starting Something. Am I wrong? I feel like we don't get Wanna Be Starting Something like we do without Can You Feel It. I feel like Can You Feel It is kind of like the demo for Want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. So you want to be something, you got to be starting something. Like just the energy of it, not the temp, like just the energy of Want to Be Starting Something. I feel like Can You Feel It was kind of like the prelude to that. I could be wrong, but I feel like, yeah, that's how it comes off to me. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, just how aggressive he was. How, like, even if you think of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, he was falsetto. He wasn't really aggressive on it. He was more like soulful on it. And here, like, I'm trying to think Off the Wall. Like Off the Wall, he wasn't really super duper aggressive. I'm trying to think on Off the Wall. Yeah, like I can't think of any records where he was super aggressive on. But then when you think of Triumph, you think of Heartbreak Hotel, you think of Walk Right Now. He is so energetic and so aggressive. Like Triumph, as much as, you know, him not doing the Off the Wall tour and all that, and the Thriller tour, I feel like Triumph is more pivotal to Thriller than we realize. Because I said in my reaction to Triumph how much Triumph feels like it feels like Michael Jackson featuring the Jacksons to me. Yeah, that's what I think. We don't get Thriller without Triumph. Like if like how it's set up. Like I really believe that. Like Triumph was a good like tryout for, in my opinion, for Michael doing Thriller without doing Thriller. Because there's no pressure of another Jackson's album for him. So he can really just do what he wants. So that is, I really do think Triumph was very pivotal in his discography. Yes, the biggest thing is the biggest mistake is thinking. You have to feel. Everything he says, from singing to dancing, performing, is feel it. Stop thinking it. Feel it. So that's absolutely correct. Yeah. Yeah, like it feels like Triumph will be an extension of Thriller, low key. Because Off the Wall did not sound like Thriller. Off the Wall don't even sound like Triumph. It sounds like completely two different albums. But now it got me wondering. I wonder if I can listen to some of this other stuff on here. So give me a second. Hold on. So I'm gonna ask you. You know what? Let's do This Place Hotel again. I checked it before to see if I can listen to this. So I'm off the fly right now. So if the stream gets shut down, see y'all tomorrow. But let's see. In the Victory album, I did not like the Victory album at all. Like I still feel the way that he didn't save State of Shock for Bad. Excuse me. Unpopular opinion. I don't think he needed Quincy for Thriller. Some of the demos and songs Michael planned to put on Thriller were better. Ooh. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. I feel like to make the analogy, you ever have like a manager at your job that really didn't do much, but he or she kind of like how I put this, like they kind of like gave you an overview of what to do, and they kind of like helped you when you really needed it, but the manager at your job wasn't really needed. They kind of like an overseer to an extent. I kind of feel like that's what Quincy was for Thriller. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it feels like. At the same time, I do feel like Quincy was needed to like fine tune things. I feel like he was kind of the last thing Michael needed, because he still needed someone to hear and kind of complete his vision. So I do feel like Quincy was needed. He just wasn't needed as much, right? I think that's what it is. He just wasn't needed as much. And really, the Thriller album really is, a lot of the credit got to go to Michael. So, but now I got me curious if I can listen to this. So let's go. Again, I don't know. I might have maybe 30 more minutes. Again, Michael's trying to push me through right now. But let's go. Let's see. Oh, my bad. I don't. I thought that was an acapella. My bad, y'all. Again, YouTube can get very can get very tricky with that. Hold on. Let me see something. Also, I do hopefully in the near future hope to start doing like a Discord or doing like Twitch, to where I can actually do stuff without worrying about the stream getting shut down. So hopefully within the next month, I can navigate that, because there's so much stuff that I don't get to react to live because of the copyright situation. Let's do which one should I do? Let's do this again. I don't know how this is going to sound, but let's see. Let's go. All right. I can't hear anything.
10 years ago.
Oh. Well, here we go. All right. There we go. Sorry about that.
Living sin. 10 years ago on this day, Martian, I promised I would never, ever be returned.
Who?
Where my baby broke my heart and left me yearning.
Oh my
As we
God.
walked to the room, there were faces staring, glaring, tearing through me. Someone said, welcome to your doom. Then they smiled with eyes that looked as if they knew me. This is scaring me. We walked up the stairs, still concealing gloom. There were two girls sitting in my room. She walked up to my face, said, this is the place. Used to meet you right here at noon. This is Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. So this is Heartbreak Hotel. This place is Heartbreak Hotel.
Okay, I'm sorry. My spirit wasn't ready for what I was going to hear. Like, I have to recalibrate real quick because that's like I'm overwhelmed right now with emotion. Okay. Wow. Jesus Lord. Okay. Let's run it back a little bit. Oh man, I wasn't ready for that.
Look, that's if they knew me. This is scaring me. We walked up the stairs, still concealing gloom. There were two girls sitting in my room. She walked up to my face, said, this is the place. Used to meet you right here at noon. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. So this is Heartbreak Hotel. This place is Heartbreak Hotel. I hope it's dead. She thought that I had cheated for another lover. I turned my back to see that I'm undercover. Now I can't convince this girl there ain't no other.
Jesus.
Someone's evil to hurt my soul. Every smile's a trial that ain't begun to hurt me. This is getting me. Then the man next door had told he's been here in tears for 15 years. This is getting me.
Bro, the way he belts out the sky with me. Oh, like, bro, what? Bro, check out on the line. I got you. I'm gonna see what I can do. But yeah, dog, what? Like, it's crazy to think he could get any better than how he did on Off the Wall. But you can hear the evolution of him as a singer, songwriter, storyteller on this freaking album, man. Like, hot damn.
And begun to hurt me. This is getting me. Then the man next door had told he's been here in tears for 15 years. This is getting me.
Yes.
We came to this place where the vicious dwell. Found that wicked women run the strange hotel that was separate and Sue. Every girl that I knew, and my baby said love is through. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. So evil, Heartbreak Hotel. This place is Heartbreak Hotel. Someone's down to my Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. 10 years ago today. Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. You're breaking on my Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak.
Oh my God. Bro.
Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. You're breaking on my Heartbreak Hotel. Hotel.
This is horror.
Heartbreak Hotel. What you doing to me? Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh my God.
Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel.
I mean, I think we all have been bullied at some point in school. So join the club for one reason or another. Yeah, kids can be very mean, man. Yeah. Listen to him clap, bro. Hold up. Like dog. I beg your pardon. That's a very good point. Oh my God.
Someone's out of my Heartbreak Hotel.
Hold on. Run it back real quick. Yo, what is the hell? Michael is not human, bro.
Someone's out of my Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. 10 years ago today. Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. Your baby's Heartbreak Hotel. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. Just what you do to me.
Woo!
No.
What, like the fact that they kept that in there? I always thought, like, what were y'all doing? Like, sometimes just allow it to stay in there. Another producer would have been like, take that out. What are you doing? But Michael and the producers and Jacksons are like, keep that in there. It doesn't matter. Allow that to be part of it.
This Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. Just what you do to me. Woo. No.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah, it goes back to
Great. Great.
I think he's done. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think Triumph was fleshing out what he wanted to do for Thriller by doing Triumph. I'm now convinced more than ever. Like, again, just how he's singing the songs. he did not sing like this on Off the Wall. Like just how he's singing the songs. I feel like Triumph was a rehearsal or a demo for Thriller, now that I think about it. It's all good. It's all good. Do everybody? All right, let's go ahead. I might got a couple, maybe one or two more songs. And again, I'm trying to keep it together. Let's see. Trying to keep it together now. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's get straight into it. Wow.
Oh, everybody, get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. I love the way you shake your thing. You make me want some more. Make me want some more. I've had my days of standing on shaky grounds. I want my life so fancy free. I know that I can do it. I have to let me be. And I've had enough, and I know what's right for me.
Come on.
Hey, I've done my time, and I have paid the price. All you have to do, stand by them aloud. Forget your worries and let's dance and shout. All you have to do, stand by them aloud.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, everybody, get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. I love the way you shake your thing. You make me want some more. Make me want some more. Listen. This time I'm leaving all of my cares behind.
Come on.
I've tasted good life and it's fine. No more to pain and strife. This life's waiting to be. And I've had enough, and I know what's right for me. Hey, I've done my time and I have paid the price. All you have to do, stand by them aloud. Forget your worries and let's dance and shout. Cause we're here to live so free. I got to let me be. Oh, everybody, get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. I love the way you shake your thing. You make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more.
That line makes you think of love the way you shake your thing, especially getting on the floor. I got you to get my voice back, by the way. See, Michael can actually, I could not sing today. And dance with me. I'll actually get my voice back. That's kind of crazy. The way, yeah, like, it kind of reminds me of that, but anyway.
Oh, everybody, get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. Cause I love the way you move. Shake your thing. You make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more. Oh!
Yes, it does. It's like a transition from Off the Wall to Thriller.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I've done my time and I have paid the price. All you have to do, stand by them aloud. Forget your worries and let's dance and shout. Cause we're here to live so free. I got to let me be. Everybody, gonna get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. I love the way you shake your thing. You make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more.
Why are you singing like that? Like, why he singing like that?
On the floor. Get down on the floor. I love the way you shake your thing. You make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more. Oh, everybody. Yeah. Come on, get down on the floor. Get down on the floor.
Here.
I love the way you move, the way you groove. You make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more. Get down, get down, get down. Get down, get down, get down. Get down, get down, get down. Make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more. Oh, everybody. We're gonna get down on the floor.
Woo!
Get down on the floor. And I love the way you groove, the way you move. You make me want some more. Make me want some more. Now, get down, get down, get down.
Did you hear his voice crack on that? Hold on.
Way you move, you make me want some more. Make me want some more. Now, get down, get down, get down.
Bruh.
Get down, get down, get down. Get down, get down, get down. Make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more.
Bro,
I love the way everything about you, thing about you, thing about you, thing about you. Make me want some more.
Exactly.
Get down on the floor. Make me want some more.
What? What do Michael be doing on these records, bro? Hold on.
Want some more.
Listen to it, hold on.
Get down, get down, get down. Make me want some more, baby. Make me want some more.
That's crazy.
I love the way everything about you, thing about you, thing about you, thing about you. Make me want some more. Get down on the floor.
Facts.
Make me want some more.
Wait. Now I got me thinking of the thriller at the end of the victory tour when he was doing the hold on. Chakari. Like, I don't know what Mike was doing at the end of the victory tour during Shake Your Body Down. Like, Chakari. Like, what? Michael, what? Like, what is that? Oh my God. Like, son, Michael is different, dog. Chakari.
Make me want some more.
Rio.
Get down on the floor. Make me want some more.
Actually, that probably is what he's doing. Actually, now that you say that, that probably is what he's doing. He's clearing his throat just in a creative way. That's funny.
Get down on the floor. Make me want some more.
Practice for him singing
Right from the top. You ready for the
Get down on the floor.
ooh. Getting ready for that I Just Can't Stop Loving You remix. Bruh. You see why I say it feels like Triumph was just Michael Jackson featuring the Jacksons? Listen to a lot of those songs. there wasn't a lot of the Jacksons on those songs. It was Michael very heavily on those songs, and a few joints where the Jacksons were actually backing him up. This was a prelude to Thriller, bro. I'm convinced now. I'm sick of, I'm planting my flag. Triumph is pre-Thriller. I'm not moving off that square. But I might have. Let's do one more song. What won't? Let's stay on Triumph. One more song on Triumph. What do you want to listen to? I do not care. Whatever song you want to listen to. Jesus Lord. Everybody is. I think getting sick during the summertime probably is the worst time to get sick because you're already hot, and now you're hot but also cold, and now you're sick. But let's see. Walk Right Now. I got one for Walk Right Now. If I don't hear anything else, you better go Walk Right Now. I'm gonna try to get some. Cause I know I've been slacking. I'm gonna try to do some tomorrow. See if any joints can be cleared for me to do tomorrow. Yeah, Walk Right Now. Any other lovely one? Okay, so you're just gonna give me the whole entire album. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna soldier through. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna try to do most of the album as possible. So let's do this. I'm gonna do Lovely One, and I'm gonna see how I feel. And we're just gonna. I'm gonna try to go until I can't go no more. Let's do that instead. It's your world. So you guys are the boss. So we'll start with Lovely One because I need an up-tempo song to get me to stay alive right now. So let's go.
Keep the ooh, all right? Ooh!
Excuse me? Hold on.
Keep the ooh, all right? Ooh!
We're ending on Walk Right Now. So when I'm like really done, I'll do Walk Right Now. It really is.
Why don't you believe me when I say that I love you? I'm crazy about you. You wear the face that tells me you think my loving ain't true. I'm all about you.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just gonna bother me. Michael, I saw this picture not too long ago. Layla was making fun of it. My homie. Yeah, Michael. What are we doing with the hand placement? Like I'm not understanding. I'm sorry. It's gonna bother me if I didn't say anything. Okay, go ahead.
Believe me when I say that.
Hot pants, yeah.
Why don't you believe me when I say that I love you? I'm crazy about you.
Ooh.
You wear the face that tells me you think my loving ain't true. I'm all about you. You're my desire, I get higher every time I speak your name. All I do, that's all I do, that's all I do, that's all I do. The way that I can sleep at night just proves what I go through. I'm crazy about you.
Anybody else seeing the Victory Tour
Now
now?
the first time that I saw you walking down the street so pretty, gone with your bad self. And now you see that I don't love you when it's giving my love pains. It's hurt the tension. Girl, it's driving me insane. You are my.
Listen to how he sings this. Like, what?
Bad self. And now you see that I don't love you when it's giving my love pains. It's hurt the tension. Girl, it's driving driving me insane. You are my lovely one. You are my,
Baby,
you are my lovely one. You are my,
mama.
you are my lovely one. You are my, you are my lovely one.
I just see the victory tour right now. Michael just going off right here. Woo!
Why don't you believe me when I say that I am true? I'm crazy about you. I'm here to love and please you. I do what you want me to. I'm all about you. Living and hoping, but I'm coping with these things you put me through. All I do, that's all I do, that's all I do, that's all I do. Way that I can sleep and I just bruise what I go through. I'm crazy about you. Oh. Now the first time that I saw you walking down the street so pretty, gone with your best self. Now you see that I don't love you and it's giving my love pains. It's hurting the tension, girl, it's driving me insane. You are my, you are my lovely one. You are my, you are my lovely one. You are my,
Baby.
you are my lovely one. You are my, you are my lovely one.
Oh!
Woo!
Oh my God. Yes. I never thought of that till just now. That does sound like Shake Your Body Down. Yo. Listen to his, yo. It really is, though. Triumph really is Michael's album, bro. Featuring the Jacksons.
Girl, you are my, lovely one. You are.
The way he gets on, like, the way he, it's almost like he recalibrates. Yeah, like, yo.
Girl, you are my, you are my lovely one. You are my, you are my lovely one. You are my baby. You are my lovely one. You are my lovely one. Whoa. Everything I do, know you are my girl. All I'm asking for, know you are my girl. All I wanna say, know you are my love. All I'm asking
Who
for,
decided to do that?
know you are my love, my lovely one. Oh, my lovely one. All I'm asking for, know you are my girl. Yeah. Check out this feeling. You are so lovely. Check out this feeling.
Who decided to keep doing? I feel like that's a Marlon thing. I could be wrong. I feel like something he would have came up with.
You are so lovely. Check out this feeling. You are so lovely. Check out this feeling.
Dog.
Yeah. You are my lovely one. Check out my lovely
That was definitely Marlon.
feeling. Yeah. You are my lovely one. Check out my feeling. You are my lovely one. Check out this feeling. You are my lovely one. I'm my love. You are my lovely one. You are my lovely one. You are my lovely one. Oh, my lovely one. All I'm asking for, my lovely one.
They is tweaking on there. Hold on, listen to all these sounds they're doing. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
You are my lovely one. I'm my love. You are my my lovely one. You are my lovely one. You are my lovely one. Oh, my lovely one. All I'm asking, you are my lovely one.
Yo, what? Nah, what? Hold on.
You are my lovely one.
Bro, what was that? Nah, they was bugging. I know someone sounded like they got the hiccups, bro. I'm telling you, this is their. See, I go back and forth. There are times where I feel like Destiny is their best album, and then there are times where I feel like Triumph is their best album. But again, I feel like Destiny feels more like a Jackson's album. Triumph feels like a Macca album. So I feel like I don't know. I go back and forth. Back, forth and forth. Bro, they was tweaking though. It sound like it sound like here we go. It sound like freaking Mario now. You are my lovely one. Again, I cannot get over it. I could not sing all day today. I listen to Michael, now all of a sudden my voice is back. That is insane. But listen to this reminds me of when Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis talking about doing Scream and how Janet was watching Michael do Scream. Like he was so soft spoken. He gets into the booth. I'm tired of injustice. I'm tired of the scheme. And like Janet was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Janet was like, "I'll do my recording tomorrow. I'm good." Like Michael gets in that booth, he truly turns into Superman, bro. Yeah, like it really is debatable. You could, like, I'm not mad if you have Triumph for Destiny. That really is up to, you know what? Let's have a little fun. Let's do a poll real quick. I'm curious to see how people feel right now. I might do one more song. Probably walk it out. Walk it out. Or walk it out. Say walk it out. Hold on. I might do a poll. But anyway, like, bro, they was geeking on that freaking song at the end. Destiny always number one for me. I'm not mad at that. A bunch of kids messing around. But also you gotta realize that they have so much more freedom now than they did during the Motown days. Even when they went over to is it Leon and Huff? Leon Gamble and Huff? I'm making stuff up right now. What was the production called? Was it Gamble and Huff? The production that they went to? I think it's Gamble and Huff. But yeah, even like they basically get to do their own album. So they're having all the fun in the world while they do it. But bro, I did not expect that at the end. Like, dog. All right, so let me see. I definitely feel you are the lovely one. Oh my baby. Lovely one. You know what? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do Give It Up, Walk Right Now, and then we're out of here because I ain't got much left in the tank, to be honest with y'all. So let's go. You are my lovely one. Oh my baby. Let's go. Whoa. They need the full song. Wait. Give it up. Give it up. My love is true now. Just me and you now. Give it up. You know what? Let's do this. In the world, lean on your name. All right. Yeah, that's 7. Oh yeah, we're gonna end it with Walk right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be very transparent. I got I have barely anything left in the tank right now. My energy is drained. So let's do this and we're going. Let's go. Woo!
Here, when all my work is done, babe, she calls and you says, dear, can I come? I say to her that you know our love has gone. Yeah.
Woo!
But aggressive heart, you know you're really not the one. She comes to the door, crying at my feet. Guilt shines in her eyes as she slowly sinks in deep. Yeah.
The lyrics of this song is crazy.
You know our love could last forever. Persuade your way, but you ain't clever. Woo. I close the door and I say never. I don't care what you're saying. Walk right now. I ain't playing. Love elsewhere. For you, I'm praying. Don't look back. You ain't staying.
Like his voice is so crisp and clear.
Yeah, I'm crying, I can't sleep. I sighed, cause I thought this would never be. Yeah. Woo. I say, ooh, I'm screaming out for someone. And now she's knocking on the door for me. She just won't leave me alone. She wants to speak with me, persuade me in her arms. And now she's calling on the phone for me, and you just won't leave me alone.
Wow.
Deep down inside, she's trying to be clever, to love what's more than leave me forever. I close the door and I say never. I don't care what you're saying. Walk right now. I ain't playing. Woo! Love elsewhere. For you, I'm praying. Don't look back. You ain't staying. I don't care what you're saying. Woo! Walk right now. What you doing to me? Love elsewhere. What you doing to me? Don't look back. Woo!
This is such a Michael song, bro. I can't get over it, bro. This sounds like such a freaking Michael Jackson. I low key wish you would have said this for Thriller, bro. This is such a Michael freaking song. The storytelling, the lyrics, the energy, the weird little noises he make. Like, dog, I low key. I think it would have been dope. I don't think I've ever noticed till now. I kind of think it would have been dope if Michael would have had his brothers or any of his solo albums. Like, just have a song. I don't think he ever really had that. Yeah, he did PYT and da. But like, Walk Right Now, I think would have been dope for Thriller. That's just me. But yo, let's go. We gotta go back, bro. We gotta go back to. Hold on.
Cause I thought I'm crying, staying.
Like, dog, like his vocal projection and control, like, dog.
Yeah, I'm crying, I can't sleep. I sighed, cause I thought this would never be. Yeah. I say, ooh, I'm screaming out for someone. And now she's knocking on the door for me. She just won't leave me alone. She wants to speak with me, persuade me in her arms. And now she's calling on the phone for me, and you just won't leave me alone.
Bro.
Deep down inside, she's trying to be clever.
Yeah.
To love what's more than leave me forever. Yeah. I close the door and I say never. I don't care what you're saying. Walk right now. I ain't playing. Love elsewhere. But you, I'm praying. Don't look back. You ain't staying. I don't care what you're saying. Walk right now. What you doing to me? Love elsewhere.
What you doing to me?
What you doing to me? Don't look back. Woo!
Woo!
How's that?
When I hear real quick. Oh my God. Jesus. Hold on, wait. When I hear that it remind me of freaking like who if anybody remember the Who's the Boss theme song? I don't know why. It just remind me of the Who's the Boss theme song for some reason. I don't even know why. But bruh, like I don't know how he had vocal cords by the age of 30. Like the way he belts these songs. It's insane. It's insane, bro. Yeah, it's just I'm blown away, bro. It really is Dirty Diana type energy. Like Michael, I love Michael being scorned. Michael, I love scorned Michael. I think I said it before. Scorned, feel like he was done wrong. Michael is the best. Michael, live in sin 10 years ago, like that type of. Like Michael being scorned is the best Michael. I'm sorry. Who is it? It's my brother.
Praying, love elsewhere. But you, I'm praying. Woo! Don't look back. You ain't staying.
Oh
I don't care what you're saying. Walk right now. What you doing to me? Love elsewhere. What you doing to me? Don't look back. Woo!
How's that?
How's that? Oh my God.
I try so hard to cope with you. I can't bear with the things you put me through.
Oh, what you put my man Michael through, man?
To love as friends, no, I wish that we could see. But persuasive heart just won't let pure friendship be.
Bruh.
Yeah. You know my love couldn't last forever. Persuade your way, but you ain't clever. I close the door and I say never. I don't care what you're saying. Woo! Walk right now. I ain't playing.
Yeah.
Love elsewhere. For you, I'm praying. Don't look back. You ain't staying. Woo! I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
Walk right now. I ain't playing.
Ain't playing.
Love elsewhere. For you, I'm praying.
Yeah.
Don't look back. What you doing to me? I
What you doing to him?
What you doing to me? Walk right now. What you doing to me? Love elsewhere. What you doing to me? Don't look back. Woo!
Oh my God. This goes back to was that Brink? Disney Channel, Don't Think, Just Do. It goes back to don't think, just do. That's why songs aren't the same today. Stop thinking, feel. Why is Michael saying what you're doing to me? There's no reason for him to be saying what you're doing to me, but it fits because it just is. Stop thinking, just do, in the right context. Like what? Well, is there a siren? I never noticed that, the siren. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
I don't care. Walk right now.
Come on, Jackson Brothers.
Love elsewhere. Don't look back.
Don't look back, baby.
I don't care.
I really don't. I really don't.
Walk right now.
Come on. Get on your feet.
Love elsewhere. Don't look back.
Woo!
I don't care.
Yeah.
Walk right now. Love elsewhere. Don't look back. I don't care. Walk right now.
Oh.
Love elsewhere. Don't look back. I don't care. Walk right now.
Come on.
Love elsewhere.
Damn. Hot damn. The Jacksons. Michael Jackson featuring the Jacksons, y'all. Walk right now. For some reason, I always forget about this freaking hit. I don't know if this was a hit or not, but god dang, Walk Right Now is so good. But I was going to say the Ghostbusters line. Bustin' makes me feel good. Bruh. Now I'm about to go back and listen to the whole Triumph album, bro. This is insane. But let's go to the poll. I did a poll of what is the better album, Destiny or Triumph? According to y'all, Triumph is better than Destiny, 58% to 42%. So I'm not surprised by that. Basically 60-40. I feel like it's probably recency bias. If I play Destiny right now, you'll probably have Destiny. Or maybe you wouldn't. But yeah, that song is so good. It's so Michael coded. It is so Michael coded. Insane. But I have I've been on the struggle bus all day. So shout out to y'all for sticking with me through the sniffling, the coughing, all that. I have fun listening to the chapter 5 of the Moonwalk book. I'm gonna try my best tomorrow. To promise you tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow too. I have some stuff lined up. Again, y'all got some homework. We're gonna do Michael's Got to Be There versus Michael's Been, his first 2 solo albums. We're gonna do a versus for that. So if you're not up to date on that, definitely go listen to those because we're gonna do verses for those tomorrow. More acapellas probably tomorrow as well. So probably comment on community posts, whatever. What acapellas you want to listen to. I'm gonna try my best to see if I can get that done. Again, it was fun. Again, I want to try to go live. Oh man, my voice is about to die. I'm gonna try to go live more frequently. If you haven't, go check out my Patreon. I've realized I suck at promoting my Patreon because I do so much on there and I barely ever talk about it on YouTube. Go check out my Patreon. I got like 1 billion things on there. Movie reactions, album reactions, stuff that uploads on here usually is on Patreon like a month before. So go check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take care of myself. Sleep is around the corner. Thriller versus no. No, not doing Thriller versus Michael. I actually had an idea. I want to know what you think of this. What if we did Michael versus Janet? I'm just throwing it out there. What if we did like Mako versus Janet? I was thinking of doing like Rhythm Nation versus Dangerous. I kind of want like I was thinking about that the other day. So let me know if you'd be into that, because I posted yesterday who will win in the verses, Beyonce or Janet, and overwhelmingly people had sorry, my mic peaked like a mother. Overwhelmingly people had Janet. So I'm like, all right. So I feel like Mako versus Janet would be kind of fun to do. Little sister versus big brother. So I might try to do that soon. How different would it have been if Jermaine had been on this album? I have no idea. I have no idea, because by the time Jermaine comes back, Mako's gone. He's like, I'm doing my own thing. Like, I got time for y'all right now. So I have no idea how that would sound. I mean, he did get a lot of help from like Stevie Wonder and all that. So that would have been intriguing. I feel like we do kind of sleep on Jermaine in regards to his music. So I think he definitely would have been it would have been different. I don't know for good or for bad, but it would have been different. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get better. But let's end this stream. Wait, what? Did you know Runaway was supposed to be a duet with JJ and Mike? What? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. All right. Runaway. Interesting. I don't know why my brain automatically went to Kanye. I'm like, what? But okay, Janet Jack. Okay. Interesting. I would have loved a duet between Michael and Janet. That would have been dope. Kind of like how they did 2300 Jackson Street. I would have loved if they would have kind of did something like that as brother and sister. Always home. 2300 Jackson Street. Yeah, I have my views on Beyonce for a variety of reasons. One day I might actually get my feelings off on that. Yeah, Jermaine was definitely good. But let's end this because I don't know if this will be taken down if I listen to this. So I wanted to end this stream randomly. Listen to a song. I alluded to it earlier. Jesus, my voice. All right, we're going to end it with this, and we're going to end the stream. Hot damn. Woo! Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Again, my body's about to leave. Go straight to bed. Hold on. Because I love the other version of this. Let's go to season 3. Hold on. By the way, I'm like a big TV buff. So like any TV show that was good, I most likely saw. So let's go. Let's go. Hold on. We're going to end it this way. Yeah, I do need to. All right, we got to go. All right, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I was trying to save my voice, get some rest. Y'all be good. Tip your waitresses. I'm out.